Ottoman Danfodio conquered the Hausas. This is, when we say it's 1804 to 1808, it became far. But this one is happening in our time. And you see gullible Nigerians that are moving like zombies. It doesn't concern them. Because it's not happening in their community. My goodness me. Some of the villagers who have run away for their lives and now taking refuge in other communities around Okada narrate their ordeal. The armed men were said to have been chased away from the Okada area from where they ran to near Benin City. One of the displaced farmers, who incidentally is from Taraba State, Mr. Matu Ali, said, "I am short of words to explain what I witnessed yesterday. That is the 2nd of January 2021 in our community. I have been here for the past 20 years with my family farming. I was in my compound with my family when we started to hear the sound of guns and people running to different directions. I saw one Benin man running towards my compound. I asked him, 'Where are you running to?' And he said, 'Herdsmen have taken over the village, chasing people away from their houses.' So I called my wife and we had to run for our lives. I did not see my children. Every one of us ran in different directions. As I speak to you now, I don't know the whereabouts of my wife and children." Another thing that puts fear into our mind is that one of the Fulani headsmen pointed a gun at me and said, "Look, man, we are for peace," at gunpoint. "We will only kill you people if you refuse to allow our cows to feed on your crops. The yams you people have are for our cows. The cassava and all that you have are for our cows. If you people touch our cows, we will kill everybody in the village." Are you hearing with audacity? The Fulani headsmen, they call bandits. In Edo, for us to be safe, we run to the next community. Another victim, Mr. Sunday Chimem, said, "Suddenly we had gunshots and people running. We later discovered that Fulani headsmen with AK-47 has taken over our community and we are threatening to kill us if we didn't cooperate with them. We decided to run for our dear lives, leaving our properties with our children, running to an unknown place. We are calling on the security agencies to come to our aid as our community is under siege." When contacted, Edo State Police Command Public Relations Officer SP Congo Bello said he has not been briefed on the development and promised to get back as soon as he finished speaking with the divisional police officer in charge of the area. But yet to do so as the time of the press time. Chineke. Chineke God Almighty. This is happening in our own time. It is no more something we studied that happened 200, 500 years back. This is happening in our own time. The Fulani jihadism is at full stage, full force going on. In Edo, people were interviewed and said, "We are running away." They take our village. They say we are at gunpoint. They say, "We come for peace. All of you should leave our cows to destroy your farm crops." God Almighty. I don't know how to talk to Nigerians. Sometimes I say, why? What are these people made of? Are they made of, chaffy sand? I don't really understand. All these things with the teachings and the warnings of our leader with different people. T.Y. Danjuma say, defend yourself. They collude. And here they are talking, calling on the security, the people that are sponsoring their torments, people that are tormenting them. Nigerians are calling upon them in order to come and save them. Is it not the height of stupidity? Just tell me. A few years back, T.Y. Danjuma, he openly, one of the agents of the Fulani. But today, thank God they are alive watching. But he managed to cry out. They collude. He said if you don't defend yourself, they will be taking you one by one, community by community. That is what they are doing. I want to play for you the repetition of what our leader have been saying by Obadiah Maelafi. Let Obadiah Maelafi, the man that just died, they just killed him, silenced him like that. When I heard the man's death, I was highly annoyed. Not only but even to him. Because somebody like this, once you understand the situation, your eyes open, you don't fight these monsters from there. Where I blame this man, honestly, because you shouldn't look at yourself. You should have, because the people, his people, the Southern, the Kaduna indigenous population and others, they never even reach a lava stage. You understand? They are still afraid, and they are happy they saw somebody that was rising up speaking. So many of them we are thinking, is this true or real or not? Real or not? Whether let's watch whether they will not kill this man. What this man should have done is he would have run away from Nigeria. Then from there he will start pumping, start exposing. There is a bravado that is rubbish. You understand? A bravado that is stupidity. Nelson Mandela said it. He said he cannot just stay there in South Africa to allow his enemies to kill him, because he has a mission to accomplish. Therefore, defending yourself or running away is not an act of cowardice, but you are saving yourself and saving others, millions of other people, because you are an institution. You shouldn't just allow yourself to be killed like that. When our leader, at the early time, people taunted our leader. Come home now. Even the Igbo, come home now if you are real. Our leader made sure that he instituted something before coming home. People that will now continue their awareness. Do you understand? He put things in order. Unlike this man, he just spoke and stayed there, was sick. They quietly poisoned him. And now that light that wanted to rise up or shine, other people that would have risen tomorrow, all of them now will just quench out of fear. That's why when you call or talk to any of them from all those norths or middle belt, most of them, when you hear them speak, you say these people, they will not speak without referring to their whether local government chairman, if he approve, or David Mark approve, or one of their governors approve. They have personally there is a way they behave that is bizarre to me. They don't have mind of their own. And look at a hero that's supposed to be there. They quietly silenced him. Many other people that wanted to shake and rise up, everybody just go back and say, oh boy, and like this, if he died. That is where I blame the man. An institution like this immediately would have run away from Nigeria. This is not cowardice, but it's to make from there you be firing. Fire. That is how things are done. Sometimes we'll be reasonable. There are a kind of bravado that will be is a stupid one. But stay here now, come here and run. You know that your life, it doesn't matter to you, but it matters to millions of others. Because as he has gone, he went with all his revelations. He went with, an institution fell. And quietly, just the caliphate just killed him because he was in their midst. Do you understand? You can never fight the caliphate in their midst. It is impossible. That is the mistake many people are making. You can never fight that caliphate. It is highly entrenched. The money, the finance they have looted from Nigeria, billions, tens, if not hundreds of billions of dollars. You can never be in their midst to fight them. It is impossible. It's highly impossible. If you understand me. Let me play this very good man. Let me play the revelation he made, which our leader have been saying. Let me play it, please. Listen to Let's Obadiah, my love. Look at, as he died, any person rise up? What his people always do when they are being slaughtered, they'll carry corpses from in Jos. The corpses of people killed by Fulani headsmen. Go to governor. Go drop it in governor's office. Start crying. Every time it's the same cinema. He will protect us. So, and the governor that was instituted there by the caliphate will come and talk to them. Be law abiding. Don't take law into your hand. The thing we have passed. We are different. If you say you want to imitate us, you find yourself in another way. You understand? Be law abiding. Oh, it is very sad. Look at what is happening in Nigeria. We believe in one Nigeria, but how are Nigerians being killed? The same mumbo jumbo statements. The same crammed political statements in order to keep the gullible, giving them hope. And after they will say, okay, don't worry, carry the corpses, go and bury them, I will pay for everything. The government will be on top of the issue. We will bring the people to book. Even I called Asorok, and Asorok assured me that everything is going on in order to bring the perpetrators to book. You will see monkeys being glad. Okay, governor, at least governor has spoken to us. I am talking to all ye people, Hausas, Bachama, Zango Kataf, in the Middle Belt, in the north. The indigenous people of the north and the Middle Belt that are being slaughtered every blessed day by the Fulani Caliphate. The full jihad is on. Now they have come down to Edo. Listen to what he said. Dr. Obadiah, my lafia. Listen to him concerning what I read.
And the truth. And let me make some revelations, because some of us also have our own intelligence networks.
Okay.
Have met with some of the bandits. We have met with some of their high commanders. One or two who have repented. They have sat down with us, not once, not twice. They told us that one of the northern governors is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria.
Is there any investigation concerning this very high profile allegation? The answer is no. Did the Nigerian journalists make a big deal about it? The answer is no. Continue listening.
Boko Haram and the bandits are one and the same thing. They have a sophisticated network. During this lockdown, their planes were moving up and down as though there was no lockdown. Moving ammunitions, moving logistics, moving money, and distributing them in different parts of the country. They're already in the south, in the rainforest of the south. They're everywhere.
I hear him.
They told us that when they finish these rural killings, they will move to phase 2. The phase 2 is they will go into the urban cities, going from house to house, killing prominent people.
Just like what they are doing in Imo State. Using, hope also they might think that he's, entrenching himself in power. Little did he know that he's on mission for the caliphate. IPOB no. IPOB knows. They are using him in order to kill. They must have a reason. Do you see the caliphate? They are versatile. They change tactics according to how they see the people. They don't use the same tactics on different people. No. It depends on the people they meet. Now they change tactics. They use hope in order to do this. Dr. Obadiah Melafia have said, which our leader have been saying, that the plan of the caliphate is to steer jihadism, direct war in 2022, so that there will be no election if Nigeria stays in 2023. This is, have you forgotten during the lockdown of 2020 how we are being transported through Dangote trailers, hidden? Men of military age, trained military terrorists, they were being transported the whole of the south. Why I love the caliphate is, for them, there is division of level. Whereas other people in Biafra land are afraid to pronounce support for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even secretly. The caliphate, they don't care. Look at Dangote. He presented his trailers in order to contribute to the jihadism. All of them are working towards one goal. Do you understand? When there was this alarm during the lockdown about Dangote trailers, many times they were caught on camera cleaning the name Dangote cement or Dangote this and that on the trailers, using paint to clean so that it will have no name. Have you forgotten? Because Nigerians, I don't know what makes you short memory. I don't know. Today, one thing will be, whoa, then following day, everybody forgot about it and continue. I don't know whether it's fallen a cow, of which I know is contributing honestly. That is why I thank the leadership of this struggle in taking that bold step in order to make sure that fallen cows are banned in our land for all these celebrations. This and that. We rear our own cow, we should. Because these people, if we continue following all these efulefus in our midst, in the church Tankwobi, people that are making money, selling cows, being intermediary, now quite very lucrative business. Just as Carlo said, that they entered into the business, cow business, because it is lucrative. Lucrative, you don't know that they made it lucrative for you, so that you'll be making money. And with it, they will be advancing their agenda. You don't know. During the time of slavery, transatlantic slavery, the slave raiders, slavery not slave trading, not lucrative? These people, they know how to make, they encourage you by paying you more money so that you continue killing yourselves. You continue perishing. They are paying you, you perish. You understand? Listen.
I can tell you, this is the game plan. By 2022, they want to start a civil war in Nigeria. Don't joke with what I'm saying. I have a PhD from Oxford University. I'm a central banker. We don't talk nonsense. So don't joke with what I'm telling you. I have this from the highest possible authority, higher authorities of some of the commanders of the killers and Boko Haram.
You said northern governors, past or present, Dr. Obadiah?
No, current. No, they said one of them is the commander of Boko Haram in Nigeria. One of them. And they are not looking for money. They have more than enough money. In fact, he told me they just came back from...
Do you hear him? They are not looking for money. They have more than enough money. Every time I used to reiterate on this, I say it is now that I understand what gave Ottoman Danfodio the audacity to vow to dip Quran in Atlantic Ocean. Because in that part of the world, he met very gullible set of human beings. In that part of the world, he met very cheap set of people. I want you to go and research the Fulani conquest of all jihadism. Research the Futajelon, the conquest of Futajelon. Research that of Futatoro, the Senegambia. Research. You will, to your amazement, you will understand that some of them, before they can, Fulani can get foothold in that area, sometimes it takes them more than 50 years, sometimes even a century. Do you understand me? It is only in Hausa land that the Caliphate, the Fulani, they saw a set of people so cheap, under 4 years, very vast Hausa race. We are just ordinary religious manipulate, talking. They use it to cause confusion among them, and they kill themselves for the Caliphate, for the Fulani, for Ottoman Danfodio. He was surprised. And he gave him the audacity to know that, look, people in this area are very cheap. This thing, I'll continue repeating it, because that is the truth. People in these places, under 4 years, great Hausa kingdom that has many population, they just fell. Not that Ottoman Danfodio was one person. They fought themselves. This man said, oh boy, if like this, hey, which means we have entered the paradise. That is where he declared that place the Fulani Caliphate. He formed the most formidable caliphate, renaming Gobe into Sokoto Caliphate till today. And he commissioned his foot soldiers. The Fulani, they didn't fight during the time of Ottoman Danfodio. The Fulani didn't fight with him there because very few of them, he manipulated the Hausas into fighting themselves. Are you not seeing it today? It's the hope of them are not killing his own people because of position. That is, do you know? Let me tell you, the Fulani, the Caliphates, don't see them. All these Almajiris and all the Fulani you are seeing, even headsmen, don't see them as ordinary. They don't know anything. No, that is why I used to be annoyed when somebody call and say, no, these people, they don't know anything. Far be from it. Yes, they don't blow grammar. Yes, they don't know how to, technologically they are not talented. But don't say they don't know anything. They used to give them history of the conquest of the house. It energizes them right from a baby. A Fulani baby will be that pride will be imbibed in him or her, for him to know that he should act as Ottoman Danfodio. That is why the chief terrorist negotiator or representative, Sheikh Gumi, the school he built in a bush for the bandits, he call it Ottoman Danfodio School. Things are happening in our own generation. It is above my understanding how Nigerians are not taking. They don't care. Christmas, you see walking corpses, zombies walking. They don't understand the danger they are in. They don't care what they are living for their generations coming. They don't care. That is why, yesterday I said it. If you are called to do this job, you are under torment. Because you see all these things every day. You are in perpetual agony. What others don't see, you are watching it. You are seeing it. You say, What is happening? Does it mean people don't see what we are seeing? That is why you see our leader. Whenever he come on radio, he was, some people even think that our leader doesn't laugh. It is not that. When he see what is happening in Nigeria and they plan the future, what others are not seeing, he is in perpetual torment by the situation, what he's seeing. That is what hardcores are seeing. That is why when you see us, when you hear us speak, we speak with alacrity in order to warn the people. Because I cannot see the reason why all these dangers everywhere, that people should rise up. You see zombies walking in now, Happy New Year, Christmas. It's good, yes. But what is happy about the situation? Don't you see that in a Edo community, the Fulani headsmen, they attack people, they pursue people from villages, and they told the people, koro, that your farm produce, yams, cocoyam, cassava, is food for our cows. You will still see Nigerians in a zombie way. Talking about, Jesus is Lord, we pray you protect us. What a set of people are this? What type of human beings are these? My goodness me. Warnings come no way. And these people, they are the people that carry the Bible. They will read the book of Daniel. They will read the book of Ezekiel. When the Ezekiel warned the people, and the people were, they were still-hearted. They were rock-hearted. They didn't hear. They were laughing. And the thing came to pass. They will read all these things, and they are seeing it in their own time. They don't think. That is where I say, what is happening? Sometimes I wonder, I say, is it us that is mad by only seeing these dangers? Or are we in different world from other people? Can you just imagine? Let me look at how they are bombing and killing our people in Olo. They will abduct youths and kill all of them. In Biafra land, they attack them ESN, burn their houses. But look at terrorists coming down to Igodo, and taking. Oh, you see people running away. No. They make people take it as a normal way of life. Now, Fulani headsmen, no. Now, wow, now so they be. The Fulani, they understand the word of Ottoman Danfodio. That the people in this part of the world, they are gullible. They don't. Have you forgotten when Mieti Allah made a statement, press release, that the difference between them, the Fulani and the indigenous people in Nigeria, that the indigenous people in Nigeria, they forget easily. Have you forgotten? It was in a press statement by them. He said that something will happen now. They forget. They will come to them and they forget. Okay, leave it now. Let us leave it for God now. He said, but them, the Fulani, even if in 1 century, they don't forget. They will pretend to forget. But one day they will strike. They will tell you that it is that thing that happened 50 years back. That is why we struck. You say, but we have made peace. We have forgotten. They say that is the advantage they have. The Fulani say they don't forget. It was repeated by Nasir El-Rufai that the Fulani, they never forget. That any person or a group of people, a community that kills one Fulani man, that they, even if it takes 1,000 years, that they will avenge. Don't you hear it? Don't you hear it? Everybody is sitting on a keg of time bomb, enjoying. What set of people are these? Why do you have brain? Is it not to think? Is it not to reason? You see things happening in front of you, your generation. They are not. It's not a story. After Denibo radio or one radio will tell you, say no, Nigeria will stand. Okay, put music. Oh, before you know, another community will be invaded and all of them killed. They'll tell you, don't worry, oh, one Nigeria anyway, the police is on top of the issue. Everybody, now, you know, now, what is happening? Look at Inedo. This one happened on the 3rd. Day before yesterday. They came down all the way. If in this interview with Melafia, if you continue it, he said the Southerners should not, they should not make merry, because these people, they are there already. That if they have foothold in the middle belt, they will launch to the south. That is how they behave. And they know that Nigerians are very gullible and stupid. When it is happening in one community, other people will keep quiet and say, it cannot reach here. After that community, they will launch again to the next community. They will be taking everybody one after the other, until they conquer all. Our people, we should rise up. That is why we shout here. Against terrorism against one person is terrorism against all. Look at what is happening. And the police commander is a Fulani person too. He said no, he never heard this thing. But they can send to Kano jet to bomb people in Olo, destroy innocent people's houses. But here, no, the police, the army, they are not there. They didn't. I blame the people, honestly. The indigenous people in Nigeria are the most gullible. I say all but none. All. If not that Chukwu Okike sent our leader in order to raise this awareness in us, we would have gone by now. Or we will be going community by community. Look at how Dave Umahi is fighting those that are fighting the terrorists. Look at how the governors in our land, when the headsmen terrorists, when they were killing on the rampage in our land, none of them did anything. Our leader cried and shouted for you people to raise security outfits like Amoteco. None of them, no, we cannot do it. We will do it with conjugation. We are in one Nigeria, this and that. Until our leader, out of frustration, he raised an army, ESN, security outfit, in order to stop them in the bush. That is when you see these people we call our political representatives. Now they started raising a bubag in order to fight those that are fighting the terrorists in the bush. Don't you see that is a very big thing? Don't you see in history it will be huge? In the next 100 years, how do you think the people in that generation will be reading this type of history? That a security outfit being risen or being rose by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB. Now the politicians, Igbo politicians now rose up their own in order to fight those that are fighting the terrorists in our land. Don't you see it's very huge? They will see it as absurd. But it is happening in our time and people, they don't even mind. Check you. I will go straight to the topic of my submission, which will not take time because we are a bit late already. God Almighty. Please stop calling these people also Hausa Fulani. There is nothing like Hausa Fulani as a people. What we have are the Hausa and the Fulani as different people. The only time the Fulani presence was revealed in history was the coming of Ottoman Danfodio, when he turned the brains of Hausas into fighting themselves to offer themselves as sacrifices, as in a platter of gold to the Fulani Caliphate, which is what they are suffering till today. But they should rise up. They should rise up and do the needful. Therefore, do the needful. Stop calling them the House of Fulani. Today, I will talk on how we are programmed into demonizing our own culture and tradition. how we were programmed into demonizing our own culture and tradition. That is the topic of my submission. It will not take long, please, so that people will also call in to speak. When discussing on how we were programmed into demonizing our own culture and tradition, we must always go back to the history of transatlantic slavery and the coming or the arrival of the first Christian missionaries in the present-day Nigeria. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Christianity came into Nigeria in the 15th century through some monks from Portugal. 15th century. Do you understand? That was when Christianity first came into the zoo called Nigeria. Do you understand? In the 15th century. That was 14 something. First by some monks in Portugal, Portuguese monks. The first mission of the Church of England was, though only established in 1882 in Badagry by one Anglican missionary called Henry Townsend. Also in 1864, Samuel Ajay Crowther, an ethnic Yoruba and former slave, was elected Bishop of the Niger and the first black bishop of the Anglican Communion. Lagos became diocese of its own in 1919. Samuel Ajay Crowther, people used to hear about it. But let me tell you, he played a very vast role. He's an Anglican bishop, or he was an Anglican bishop. He played a very vast role in entrenching Christianity in Nigeria. And I will tell you the reason. He's a Yoruba man. This clergyman, the first African Anglican bishop of West Africa. You understand? He was born in the present-day Oyo State. Let me tell you what happened to him. He and his family were captured by slave raiders when he was about 12 years old. And this took place during the Yoruba Civil Wars, notably the Owu Wars of 1821 till 1829, where his village, Oshogun, was sacked. Are you hearing me? I'm coming to what I want you to understand. Ajay Crowther was later resold to Portuguese slave dealers, where he was put on board to be transported to the New World through the Atlantic. That is New World, that is America. Now, the time he was captured as a slave, him and his family, slave trading was already abolished. Listen to me. That is why I tell you that one of the main reasons why black race is suffering is the evil we committed against our own. You know, nature has a way of doing its own thing. Do you understand? As I used to give you example, the Jewish, they suffered 400 years of slavery in Egypt just because they sold one of their brothers. That action is abomination before heaven. It's abomination before earth. It's abomination before Chukwukike. When you sell your brother, your own blood, to foreigners, for your information, slavery has been going on in every part of the world. But what makes this one different is Africans were selling their own brothers just for shinap, just to foreigners, to put them into chains to suffer, not to come back again. It is abomination before nature. I'm telling you. That is why where Africa lost, black race lost grace. Direct. From Chukwokike. When I say nature, it's Chukwokike. From nature. Do you understand me? Now, you know, as they say, the evil that men do, they say it lives after them, but now it haunts them. This man, Samuel Ajay Crowther, he's a Yoruba man from Oyo State. Born in, I think, 1809. Do you understand? And he died 1891. The time he was about 12 years, they captured him. Oyibo didn't capture him. It's his own brothers, black brothers, Yoruba brothers. It's his own brothers that raided their village and captured him and the family. Now they say that time there is a ban. Abolition of slave trading is already in the horizon. It is going on in Europe. Europeans abolished it, but the suppliers kept coming from Africa. Do you see where we lost it all? People are still saying, no, we need the money. Oh boy, how can they? This is a way of making money now. They will go and capture people and sell them to the whites. Before, if slave trading, internal slave trading was going on everywhere, even in Europe. Gothic people will conquer Scandinavian country and took slaves, just took war booty. They would take the people as slaves, vice versa, or French and England. It is like that everywhere, even in Africa. This kingdom there is no problem about it. At least it's internal. But what is evil, what is absolutely evil, is this: that people saw it as a way of making money, collaborating with strangers, capturing their blood, their brothers. Their brothers will be begging them, please leave me now. Even if you want, let me be slave to you. It is better. Don't take me to these people, I beg. And these people, because of money, they sell their own. Do you see why Africa is at bottom layer anywhere in this world? They sold their own, even during the time of the Arabs. The Fulani, you see, they contributed a lot. You know, let me tell you, I think our leader have said this. Fulani, their punishment for the evil they have committed, it will be highly enormous. That is why they are diseased. Just watch them. almost all Fulani, they have one disease or the other. It is a curse, because even during the time pre-European era, the Fulani, they were contributing slaves to the Arabs. Do you understand? They were capturing black slaves and selling it to the Arabs. Their punishment will be heavy. I'm telling you honestly. Forget about what is happening. Now, this man, Samuel Ajay Crowther, when he was captured by his own kith and kin, he was sold. That time, slave trading has been abolished in the Western Hemisphere. Now, the British Royal Navy, in combination with others, they used to be in the high sea to intercept any slave trading ship, because that time it was termed illegal. Now they intercepted the ship carrying this Samuel Ajay Crowther. Do you understand? And automatically they released them. You know, British Navy, Royal Navy, West Africa Squadron. They released them, the whole people, including him. Now they carried them and came to the shores of Sierra Leone and dumped them as free people. While there, even in the ship, Samuel so much hated his own people. Let me say his own medieval tradition, his tradition. That tradition that allows his people to capture their brothers and sell them to white people. Now it is the same white people that come and save him and set him free. He said, no. I will change and become a Christian. Listen, that is the story. That is the reality. Now Samuel Ajay Crowther adopted an English name of Samuel Crowther. Because if it is you, what will you do? Do you know that Joseph, when Joseph was sold in Egypt, his name was changed? I've forgotten his Egyptian name. His name was changed. It was no more Joseph. It was due to the record that they put Joseph there. His name was changed. This man, out of annoyance, he adopted. He said, if my Yoruba people can do me this, I could denounce even Yoruba and the whole religion there, because it's evil. If out of my begging they capture me and my family and so to me to the white people, and these other white people come and save me, I will adopt their religion. Because I don't see humanity in my own people. That is why his real name was not as Samuel Ajay Crowther. No. I don't know whether people understand the bitterness in this man. The bitterness this man was having, or this man had. They liberated people. They were resettled in Sierra Leone, no more in Yoruba land. Because I believe even himself didn't even want to hear again about his nationality as a Yoruba. If it is you, it will pain you. Let us be humane to think. Do you understand? His own people that sold him, he adopted Christianity and changed his name. Do you understand? And he started identifying with one tribe in Sierra Leone, the Creole ethnic group, Creole. He didn't want to even identify with his people again, because his people put him into suffering. They dispersed his family. He don't know again where the members of his family. Do you just imagine yourself? You know, when we are saying this is a story, but imagine yourself in that shoe, how you will feel. That is why, you know, the white people, they are very smart. They have to zero in on that his bitterness. They need to use him in order to convert others. I don't know whether you understand. The same game the Fulani are playing today. Whenever they see an Igbo man that was disgruntled in one way or the other, now they call him a disgruntled Igbo in one way or the other. They will call him. They will bring him to their side. The caliphate is behaving exactly like the colonial masters. Exactly. The white people, they manage his bitterness. Samuel Ajay Crowther. They manage his bitterness, telling him that don't worry, God, go and convert, because your people are evil. Go and convert them. That is why he identified himself as a Sierra Leonean, not a Yoruba. It's because of the role he played in history. Now the people started going to his digging his story. I mean, his alma mater. Where he come from. You understand? Otherwise, he didn't even want to identify himself as a Yoruba, because he saw his people as evil. Do you understand me? Now, the British, they trained him. He studied languages and was ordained as a minister in England. They know he has a bitterness, but they managed that his bitterness in order to use him to make many converts in his land. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. This is political smartness. He later received a doctorate degree from Oxford University. They know how to use disgruntled people. The caliphate used to do that. He studied languages. He became a linguistic. You understand? He prepared the Yoruba grammar and translation of Anglican Book of Common Prayer into Yoruba. Do you see how the Europeans were smart? Do you see how they are smart? They know that he's bitter. Because every time I know they will be reminding him that, look, you were sold into slavery by your people, but we served you. So they tell him, oh Ghana, why no be? What of your, they know how to touch him. What about your family? Do you know where they are? This is because your people, they are evil. They have demonic tradition. That bitterness, they transform it into another thing that they can manage and manipulate. That is political smartness. They use him in order to translate Anglican Book of Common Prayer into Yoruba, in order to brainwash his own people, so that I now sent Leopold in Yoruba language. Religion that the Africans, the indigenous people, they were rejected. Because during the time when the Portuguese, when they came in first, in 15th century, they met brick wall in Africa. They met brick wall in Africa. They only established in 1840. In Badagry, in 1842, only. But before that, in 15th century, people, they went to the Benin Empire. They were not interested in getting. All they were interested in is getting gunpowder. They tried. Portuguese tried because they were Catholics also, Portuguese monks. They tried. No way. Do you understand? No way. They said these people, they were almost frustrated. Until a time came, they saw willing tools. Not willing tools, tools, already made tools. That played into their hands. Somebody like Samuel Ajay Crowther, that has bitterness already against his own people. Rightly so. For selling him and his family, capturing him and selling him to strangers. And the same strangers, served him. And they turned him now, they use him as a weapon. They use him in order to translate the Anglican Book of Common Prayer into Yoruba. And also was working on Yoruba version of the Bible. Do you see how smart these people are? Can somebody answer why is it that all these religious books are translated into even Efik, the whole languages? They translate it. But why is it that they are not translating technical books? Something that you will learn, that will be profitable to you and even your nation. No, they don't translate it. Even to see it is a problem. The one written in English, a language that you can understand. It is very costly for you to see. Sometimes very, very hard to see even. You have to go to some libraries. Heavy libraries before you can get all these things. But lo and behold, the Bible, Anglican Book of Common Prayers into Yoruba, is all brakata. If you just, they dash to you, just open mouth, they dash to you. Now tell me, it tells you all you need to know about the motives of these colonizers. It tells you all you need to know. Something that will, in that something that will profit you. They don't even they hide it from you. People that used to work with these foreigners in Nigeria oil, where they drill oil. All this, I know somebody, he told me, look, this Oyibo, if they are doing all these things, there are limits they cannot pass. Them that are black people, Nigerians, they will not allow them to pass that limit to see what they are doing. Because they don't want them to learn it. But they want you to learn how to pray. I'm not mocking you, but I'm just telling you the fact. Because if you are listening to my voice, all you can hear is mocking. So be it to you in your ear. I don't have no apology. What we preach here is what happened in reality. That is why the black people are zombieing everywhere. Gullible. They use this, our brother, Samuel Ajay Crowther, who has already changed his name because of the bitterness. And rightly so. I don't blame him. When black person can sell his own brother for money, for gains, and just for treachery, now why would this man be greater than me? Is it not what is happening in our land today? Are people not pointing to their brothers and say, this is ESN, this is IPOB member? In their presence, they will be abducted and never be seen again. And that person will be happy eating one cup of rice or 1,000 naira. Is it not the same thing? Why do you think that black race don't have grace? Why do you think that we are backwards anywhere? Tell me which part of the world that black people are leading. Just tell me. When you see South Africa progressing, let me tell you one thing. Some people don't know this. Why South Africa economy was not destroyed. Mandela have to oblige to the negotiation to allow the status quo of the white people. You know, people don't understand this. Do you know that some ANC, that time they called Mandela sellout? Had it been Mandela acted the way they want it, South Africa will be more than Zimbabwe today. That is why when you are not in the leadership, you don't understand what the leadership is doing. You might not see anything good today, but tomorrow you will understand. If you are really genuine. Because any person or any group of people endowed with the leadership of a people, God used to give them the knowledge, the wisdom, sophisticated wisdom and knowledge and understanding in order to carry on their job. Had it been Mandela, Nelson Mandela, the Madiba, the hero, had it been he obliged to the hardliners in ANC, they will pursue they will seize back the farms confiscated by the whites, because they said this is why they fought, and that is the truth. But sometimes there are things in a negotiation you have to give out something in order to get something. That is why today what Mandela played is the reason why you can say, okay, let me go to South. You go to South Africa, you see our people, the food there, hustling. That is the reality. Had it been he gave in to the hardliners. No, pursue the whole whites, bring back our farm, let the people go back. They will be in a quagmire more than Zimbabwe. Why are people not being in Zimbabwe like in South Africa? Even Zimbabweans, they are going into South Africa today. Sometimes the leadership sees something you don't see. That decision the leadership will make, at that time, it will make no sense to you. Oh, they have sold our struggle. Oh, many people say this about Mandela, but today South Africans are enjoying. They are proud because of Mandela. Many called him a sellout. Do you know that? Many called him names that he's a sellout to white people. That they fought to liberate themselves and get back their land. But Mandela came and mellowed down. That is why they didn't destroy the economy of South Africa till today. Because no matter what, the world order is there. Do you understand? Let me tell you this again. Do you know Haiti? Haiti was the first black, slave-free state in the world. They had a revolt during the time of Napoleon Bonaparte in 18th century. Napoleon Bonaparte sent his almighty military, French military, slaves that had only crowbars and hoes and arrows, defeated them, killed them. They won the physical war, but they didn't win the diplomatic war. There are two wars. It's not only coming to talk tough in Radio Biafra. There are things you might not know. Underground, you don't know it. Because yes, everybody is bitter. But if you go it like that, 100%. If Mandela went like that 100%, okay, destroy every farmer, take every, they will be happy. But in the next 10 years, they will start insulting the same Mandela. Why do you keep us in this hardship? They wouldn't see that the unseen powers of the West that block everything. That is what they did to Haiti. And that is why today Haiti is a quagmire. Sometimes it's not only winning the physical war that matters. Oh, we kill them. There is diplomatic warfare. And that is where leadership is needed. Do you understand me? That is where leadership, God endowed the leadership of every organization that concerns human being with some knowledge. If you can maintain it without giving in to the pressure of the people. Or some mischief makers. Some people will be talking out of ignorance. They don't know. Today they are thanking Mandela. At least. What had it been, they destroyed everything. White. They say, no, we don't need you. Yes. These people, they were murderers, the whites. What they did was wrong. But there is no way you can challenge the world order immediately. There are ways you will, diplomacy, okay, so that tomorrow your people will not suffer. What happened in Zimbabwe? Robert Mugabe took another hard stance. I'm telling you people what happened. He took the most drastic stance against. He said, I led and fought and died for. Many of my people died for Rhodesia. That is Zimbabwe today. And I think Zambia. So how can I give in? How can I leave these people to continue enjoying our land? That is why our leader, there was one time when our leader made that statement that we are ready to give even other West Africans oil, crude oil, if it is what they want. There was one time I will never forget. One of us called our leader and said, no, we are not going to give them one thing because these people, they go here, they make us suffer. Yes, I understand the bitterness. But in the world of politics today, there are ways you can do something. You can win the war. But to win, the physical weapon war. Physical war, but to win the peace, the world order will wait you there. Do you understand? That is where the leadership structure is very important. The way, had it been, Zimbabwe went the way of Mandela, it will be like South Africa today. Because whites are there. Yes, the whites, they killed, they did everything, they destroyed the people. They committed atrocities. But they are in charge in this world. There is a way you follow it. Mandela did the right thing today. South Africans are enjoying. It doesn't matter that they are reversing most of the things because it's in the hands of the blacks. But still, it is better off than other African countries. That is why people are flooding there. Because of the single, very brave decision of Mandela. Because he bravely resisted his own people that were pinching him from behind. Now don't be a sellout. Now don't agree. This and that. He cooled down because he's not looking for only today. He is looking for the future. Any mistake he made, bam, they will give him liberation. They will give them freedom. But that freedom will be hellfire. Do you understand? So we learn from history. Trust the leadership. You see DOS. Trust them. The decisions they make sometimes, you might see it as but there are things, inner things they see. It's not now they can explain it to you. That time, if Mandela was explaining to the people, leave tomorrow, even they will slap him. They will tell him you're a sellout. No, we not go. No. But he kept quiet and was enduring the whole thing because he know that tomorrow they will thank him. And today, what is happening? Is it not so? Now, all those things, all those lands will be will be negotiated amicably, little by little, as years go by. Okay, look at this. Okay, do this. Okay, it's like that. When you know that your enemies are more powerful, the world is in the control of these people, there is a way you fight. If you understand me, that is where leadership comes in. When the people go too much like this, the leadership will also play their way in order to avoid the tomorrow catastrophe. So, what am I trying to say? This Ajay Crowther, a Yoruba man, who he removed his surname, Yoruba surname. He didn't even say it. Allowed the Ekuano. He came back on his name because he worked hard for his to buy him his freedom. You understand? He bought his freedom, so he said, anyway, I have nothing to lose, so my name, I'm an Igbo man. I'm an Igbo man. He went back to his name. But this Samuel Ajay Crowther was so bittered, he removed his Yoruba name. Why? Because his people sold them as slaves. Upon the cry, imagine a 12-year-old boy crying. Oh, speaking in Yoruba, please, man, leave me now. Even my parents, see my sister, see my brother, leave me now, brother. Oh, leave me now. Has get out. Then gone. Maybe faint. When he remembered all those things, he said, no. I should never be identified with this race because they are evil. Now, Oyibo, that also started slave trading, they saw those they can use. They said, this man, we can turn this his bitterness to our advantage, and they did so. Do you understand? He became a doctor, PhD holder in language. And now they use him to translate the Yoruba version of the Bible. And that is what they are using today. Do you see who lost? The Europeans, they manipulated his bitterness. They managed it very well to their advantage. The Yoruba Bible, the Anglican Book of Common Prayer, he translated them. He helped them to penetrate. The people now that they don't need to study English in order to read the Bible or to read the common prayer, Anglican common prayer. Now they use his work to brainwash millions of others. That is the advantage to the strangers. Do you understand? Do you see it? Do you see what is real politics? God Almighty. Only if our people will understand all these little moves. Only if they can understand all these little moves that matter a lot. Because he was freed by the British. Say, why? Why? It's just like when your people, they gather to kill you. You are on. Now a white man come to say instead of killing this guy, please give him to me. And he managed to rescue you from their hands. You will even call him God. You are God. Do you understand? I saw a photo where one lady rescued. They say he rescued one. They showed the baby, a very little baby of maybe 1 or 2 years, in Cross River State. That baby, whether they say is a witch, so they left him to die. This is of recent. Maybe many people saw that this thing. And the white lady, I don't know whether it's an American, I don't know which country he came from, or Scandinavia, I don't know. He adopted that baby, that child, whether I think he's a boy or a girl. And today the boy is growing, he's big. What do you think if you are the boy? Where your people sentence you to death. Now a foreigner saved you. You are going to take that foreigner as your God. You will hate your people. You will hate them with all your heart. That is what happened to Samuel Ajayi Crowther. To the extent he never even identified himself as a Yoruba person. He identified himself as a Sierra Leonean, answering Samuel Ajayi Crowther. He took that name and changed to Christianity. They used him because when the Portuguese were trying to convert our people in Nigeria, the indigenous people, they were not even interested. They say, what type of fairy tale these people are bringing? They say what interests them is snap, aromatic snap, and a gun and all these things. Rightly so. But until now, later age, when the Europeans started using our own people, they freed. When they freed them as slaves, which they will brainwash them that, look, it's your brothers that sold you, isn't it? What type of culture is that? It's demonic. When your brother can sell you, are you still in that culture? You say, God forbid, please baptize me, I'm now a Christian. And they will change his name. They will not tell him, go and deliver your people from that spell, because their culture and tradition is demonic. That is why they are selling you. Do you see where we started demonizing our culture? Now, when our people now saw that the black people like them speaking the same language is now preaching to them, and they see how they are, they say, okay, maybe this thing will be good though. They started changing. They started changing religion, transforming into Christianity in droves. Do you see why bad thing is not good? Why wickedness doesn't pay? What Africans are suffering today, it is of our own making. Had it been we fought between ourselves, but when strangers come, we don't even allow them. We will team up to fight strangers. We wouldn't have been in this suffering today. Because so even all those actions made the Europeans to even abhor every black people. That if people, they can sell their own, come on. What of us, stranger? Even if they are friendly to us, they can do us worse. Do you see where our problem started? Remember, I'm talking about how we are programmed into demonizing our own culture. Are you understanding me? Samuel Ajayi Crowther is a case study. Do you understand me? Samuel Ajayi Crowther is a case study. Now, let's move forward, because I will soon open my line. Ajayi Crowther, through his bitter experience as a slave, which he wrongfully saw as a direct result of the hidden practice of his brethren, took it upon himself to preach and fight against his former culture and tradition to the benefit of, unquote, the religion that saved his life. And all these things is what some people are preaching today. That is the reason they are telling you, our old culture, we are killing ourselves. No, everybody killed themselves. Let me tell you. The Europeans killed themselves. What saved them was the awakening. It's not religion. Because even that time, during the time pre-awakening time, during the medieval period of the European history, what do you call Pentecostal was yesterday? Protestant fights against Catholic against Orthodox. Do you know that when people started changing, many Protestants were sent into exile? Many of them were killed. Europeans, white people like them. Instead of selling them into slaves, do you know what? Europeans like France, like other countries in Europe, they organized a they call it, is it a mandatory exile to these Protestants. England took many of them, but they cannot take all. Our leader have said it several times here. They call them the Huguenots. Go and research about the history of the Huguenots. Now do you see how people went in? Oh God Almighty! When wise people act, you see. Instead of bringing confusion for us, we are Catholic, going on one value system, believing in one religion. But instead of us to be killing each other, please, we are majority. We don't want to slaughter all of you. You better go into self-imposed exile to the new world. There is no problem. Many of all these people were sent into Brazil, even into United States. Do you understand? They organize ships, the kings organize ships for them. Say bye-bye, you better get away from here. Even to South Africa. The Huguenots. These are Protestants in Europe that accepted Protestantism at that time. They tell them, you better go in another country. Go the faraway country and establish yourself. And these people, the Protestants that believe in God, they came into Brazil, into South Africa, into America, and started killing the indigenous people. That is where I tell you that religion, it doesn't matter the religion, all the same thing. When people, Christianity you are seeing today, they committed more atrocities than Islam. I want somebody to come and challenge me, please. Do you understand me? Imagine people that were undergoing persecution in Europe. Now they believe, oh God of this and that, oh Jesus, oh this and now they say these are Protestants that gave rise to Pentecostals you are seeing today. They arrange for them, say, instead of us killing all of you, please, you are still our brother. Do you see how wise people behave? We don't want confusion in our country. Please, we arrange. You know, they like negotiation. You know, enlightenment makes room for negotiation, dialogue. Instead of using anger in order to do one thing or the other that you will regret, you better dialogue so that you resolve it on the negotiation table. The Europeans, they did that with the Huguenots. They say, okay, we will arrange for you. You don't believe again what we believe, though you are answering Christians, but Pope is no more your papa. Okay? Okay. We arrange ships. We have these new lands we discovered in Africa, in South Africa, in certain part of Africa, in Americas, in South and North America. Please choose where to go. Divide yourself. Be going. It's better you go there, pray as you want. You know. That is why even America was founded on Protestantism. Do you understand me? Pentecostal, this thing started there in the Americas, both Brazil. Now, do you know what? These good Christians, that we are running away from persecution. Now they came to a certain part of Africa, they came to the Americas and started killing the indigenous people, slaughtering them. Now, what do you talk about their religion? Can somebody tell me? They massacred these people because they call them heathens. Listen, they were undergoing persecution in Europe. Now they came and saw other people and started killing them. Now it is for you to think, and what do you think about the religion? As I say, religion doesn't make you a better person. It's only an ideology, what you believe in. You can use it to teach the atrocities they committed right from the 1st century until the time of the end of colonialism, even till today, in the name of Christianity, is worse than what Islam is committing. I'm telling you, I can defend this. Go and make your researches and you will understand this. What I'm telling you is not out of hatred. I'm born into Christianity. Theoretically, yes, I am. I'm not. It's facts, historical facts we make available here. It's not out of any hatred or anything. No. Do you understand? So these people, they came now to convert indigenous people and slaughter. They are the people used in order to convert them. These are heathens. But that time too, it was written, don't kill in the Bible, I hope. I don't know. But they were killing. But they were Christians. But now they made it, if they slap you, turn there. And you are my brother. They have just disarmed the Christianity. It is part of the game. The imperialists, the capitalists, they have used that religion. They use charm. They use chagoye. There is no more, nothing in it again. Now they disarm it for you, so that you cannot be able to use it in order to commit what they committed. Rather, they tell you, use it to make money out of your own people. Brainwash your own people with it and make a miracle and use it and say this and that. It is good for us. Here on Radio Biafra, we preach the gospel. We preach the gospel of truth. Remember, I'm talking about how we are programmed into demonizing our own culture and tradition. We are programmed to be so because of the evil our people committed. What is that evil? Do you know the Huguenots that we are sent into many other countries? You know why I love the Europeans? They use even criminals. Everything serves for their own collective interest. They can turn, that is humanity, human being. That is why they are now calling themselves Homo sapiens sapiens. They are the wise human being. They are living the primitive Homo sapiens like black people. They are living them evolving into another Homo sapiens sapiens. Do you understand? Because they have the ability to use criminals not for their selfish interest, but to benefit all of them for their nation building. Even many people that we are sent to into colonies in America, in Africa, they were criminals in prisoners in Europe. The same thing China is doing today. Many Chinese you are seeing in the streets of Africa that are working, you are giving them contract, they are working as contractors, so building roads and bridges. Many of them are prisoners in China. Do you understand? I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Many of them you are seeing, they were serving time in China. Now they say, okay, instead of keeping these people here, serving long terms, they are doing nothing. Let us export them abroad, and they will be working. They will be, workmanship for us, doing labor, working for the government. Now they will be giving them maybe a fraction of what they should be paid. The other money goes to the other part goes to the government. It is to the advantage of everybody. Instead of keeping them inside jail. Do you see that? But in our own land, because of the evil character of black people, Just even go to our jail, Nigerian jail. If you go there, come out. You thank God. The wickedness is everywhere. And that is why Africa is retrogressing, going backwards. Nigeria is going backward because the wickedness, that kind of black wickedness, black mind inside most people. That is why we are where we are today. That is why, enlightenment can clear everything. The Europeans, they were behaving like this before. But a time came, they started questioning. They rose up above religion. I call it, Renaissance, awakening. Rising up above religion. I don't know whether you understand me. And that is why the white people, they manipulate even spirits. If they are spirits, they manipulate mysticism, spiritism to their advantage. Everything is working to building their country, both the spirits. Have you heard about the Kabbalah Foundation? Kabbalah movement? It's a Jewish Judaism, mystic Judaism. It has mystic side. It is not to kill your brother. It is not to do this and that. But they use it in order to build their own country. They have witchcraft everywhere in the white man's country. It is true. But because of the way enlightenment, enlightenment makes you even live above spirit. You can manipulate spirits even for your own advantage. But once you never have that enlightenment, you still have that evil mind. Everything is evil. You use it for evil. What you know is your belly, selfishness, belly, kill human being to make money. Everything to make your own money. Oh God Almighty. That is why, we put enlightenment above everything. Your ability to reason, the way God, the Creator, created you to reason, that pure way, so that you don't go on superstition. Now you go into reasoning, proper reasoning, so that you can control the world you are in, the environment you are in. Every country, every race have their system of controlling their environment. That is tradition and culture. But when you demonize your own because of how evil you are, because you can sell your brother for peanuts, because all you fight for is your own stomach. Well, when the headsmen are killing people in Edo State, you are in Anambra, you say it doesn't concern me. You in Bayelsa, you say no, it never reached here, it doesn't concern me. In Imo State, you say no. Oh, I'm hearing it is happening in Edo. In Calabar, the same thing. You don't concern you. They will finish with the people there. It doesn't. You feel less concerned, and they will come into your community and they will kill you. And others will say the same thing. It doesn't concern them. Do you see the evil? Do you see the lack of enlightenment? Because once you are enlightened, you will start seeing beyond what others are seeing. You will start seeing beyond your nose. You will start seeing beyond your stomach. Just as our leader did. You will stop seeing, or you start seeing beyond your own selfish interest. Look at the governors in our land. Look at the governor of the Sarkin Fulani of Imo State. All he sees is his own being a governor. So anything massacre. As far as I am in this seat, no, that is that selfishness, that evil. Does it not baffle you? How can this person, this type of mentality, or this type of mindset, think above his selfishness? How? Just tell me how. There is no tradition or culture that is perfect. Every tradition is refined. Once it refines with time. Once the first thing that should happen to a people, the best thing that should happen to a people is enlightenment. Once you enlighten, now you start refining. Your tradition, you refine it. You don't demonize it. Oh, it's the bad. Let me ask. Like as I said, all these governors, all these politicians, they will openly go to a church to pray or to talk to people. Crowd will clap. They will take oririso. Okay. They can openly go to mosque and talk and clap, pray, bow down. Yes. But when they want to go to the shrine, our cultural, traditional religion, they do that in the night. They don't want people to see them. But that is the place they even attach more importance to get something that protects them. It doesn't make you to think. That is the inferiority complex, because the people are evil. Instead of refining that culture, they demonize it. But that is where they fall back secretly in order to get some powers. But they can openly go to church and clap and say, and both of them took a Holy Communion. And Charles Soludo went to take a communion in Anglican church. Praise him and praise Jesus. But when he wants to go to shrine, it will be in the night. He will disguise himself. And that is where he staunchly wants to get power. Doesn't he make you think? How do we demonize our own thing, our own culture? We say it's evil because of many things that happened in the past. But it is high time we start refining, because what we are doing is the refining of brain first. When your brain is refined into enlightenment, now you can be able to change things in your environment. That is what we preach here. Very simple. As far as your brain, your mentality is not refined with enlightenment, if you want to be which position? Be the president or be the billionaire, or you will be thinking the same monkey style system, selfishness. That is why Nigeria no electricity. I talked with one person today. He said, do you know, since I went, no electricity in my village, nothing, only burning fuel, putting a plant, this and that. I said, that's it. That's it. That is black people. Everything is black. We shouldn't demonize who we are. Our culture is who we are. How? By refining our mentality. That is enlightenment. That is the first thing the Europeans did. And immediately after the Renaissance, the era of awakening, they stopped this tribal feud. The tribal wars in Europe is subsided. They started moving out. They said to themselves, this energy we are using in killing ourselves, let us use it to go and exploit the world. Do you understand? That is why whenever they come to Africa, as of that time, they unleash mayhem. That power they will use in fighting them, or they were using in fighting themselves, they came and start calling you monkeys and killing everybody in order to capture your land. French was fighting in their side. Spain was fighting. England or UK was fighting their own. Germany was fighting their own before the Second World War. So they were sharing. That energy they will use in killing themselves in Europe, they now transform it into, kinetic energy, in order to bring it out, in order to kill outsiders. But what we do is that because of lack of enlightenment in us as Africans, we use that energy to continue doing evil against ourselves. All these things should stop. It should stop. Honestly speaking, it should stop. It is the same Europeans that initiated the transatlantic slave trading came back to act as the saints when they outlawed it. Do you see how things work? Because somebody that knows more than you is more knowledgeable than you. For your information, the Portuguese first brought Christianity in Nigeria together with transatlantic slavery in the early 16th century. You understand me? The same Europeans, they came with Christianity and with slave trading in the 16th century. Doesn't it make you think? Oh, they came, okay, believe in Christ and they capture you. Bam! And now here, monkey. They shackle you and They pay, not even them capturing you, they pay your brothers who are not enlightened, who are regarded as apes because of the way they reason. They pay your brother, give him small inducement, and he will capture his brothers and come and sell to them. He's making money, isn't he? Is it not the same thing that is happening today? Now, the same Europeans came and outlawed slave trading. It started in Europe, instead of even Africans trying to stop it by themselves. Don't you see the irony? Had it been Africans, they think, after how many centuries, Africa, because they are making money, it become entrenched. The same way the Europeans initiated corrupt governments in Africa. But they used to come to loud African, to loud corruption in Africa. Tony Blair said the Nigerians are fantastically corrupt. Yes, but they created it. They are the people that first of all installed corruption in Nigeria by amalgamating people of different values, by putting the Sahelian, the Caliphate on top of others, by falsifying census, by rigging elections pre-independence elections and after independence to put the person they like. They installed corruptions, but they are the people to come around and say, oh, Africans, you are corrupt. They initiated it. What it means is this: if you are humans like us, change the status quo. Stop benefiting. Change the status quo. But Africans, being lesser human beings, they continue benefiting. That few people, they continue benefiting and sustaining the status quo. Do you see the irony? They continue sustaining the status quo. The same way they sustained the slave trading for 400 years. Transatlantic slavery. Africans sustained it because he gives a few of them money. He makes them rich. He makes them have influence. And now they started dealing with white people. Now you understand that they are. Don't worry, my market is coming. They are bringing it from England. They are, I will be riding on. I will have 3 white horse bicycles. And because of it, they are sending people to go and raid villages, their own kids and kin, bringing them, waiting for white people to come and collect them. Do you see? Because of selfishness, it is high time Africans, it is high time Nigerians, the indigenous population, in order to do what? To stop this selfishness. Because that is what is leading us into hell we are in as Africans. Anywhere we are neglected, we are downgraded. It doesn't matter whether you are billionaire or they look at you. You will see a homeless white be looking at you that is a billionaire, but black person in Africa. When you are in there, they look at you and say you are nothing. Do you understand? Do you think it's something ordinary? It started right from time. If you, because when we blame Europeans, yes, but if you're a real human being, why not now show it by changing the status quo to your advantage? That is it. Instead of complaining. Remember, I'm talking about how we were programmed into demonizing our own culture and tradition. That is what I'm talking. In a few minutes, I'm going to open my lines. Demonizing our culture is like demonizing our parents. If you understand, your father and mother that born you, you demonize them. After all, we are even doing it. Our people are doing it indirectly. Ancestors, their parents, they go and cast them every time they are shouting fire against them. People that without them we cannot exist. You that is shouting that rubbish, one day you will become an ancestor. A time you will become an ancestor. You will die, and within few years, decades, and centuries, you become an ancestor. Common sense we should have common sense, for goodness me. Ancestors that we are evil, ancestors that we are very cruel, like Leopold II that killed 15 million or more of Congolese. They put his image in Belgium. Do you understand? In Antwerp. They erected his effigy. But this man is a murderer. But he is their ancestor. He's one of their ancestors. But they revere him. But our ancestors that resisted even white people, that we are able to give us life, now we turn against them because of what happened to demonize them. Do you understand? It is high time we become enlightened in order to grow above all these shenanigans. For your information, culture is the ideas, customs, and social behavior of a particular people or a society. Social behavior, that is who you are. The culture of a people or a society. But when you demonize it, you are demonizing yourself. Do you understand? When you demonize who you are demonizing yourself, your culture. You are demonizing yourself. Tradition is the transmission of customs or beliefs from generation to generation, or the fact of being passed on this way. That is your tradition. That is who you are. You cannot run away from it. When you demonize your own culture, you now take a foreign culture as your messiah. Who are you? You are killing yourself. You are making yourself lower. Even those foreigners you are imbibing in their culture that is the best. They look at you as you are lower. Don't you understand that? It is foolishness. Therefore, when we demonize our cultures and traditions, we demonize who we are, and we continue a perpetual war against ourselves to the benefits of the aliens who contributed in putting us in this mess in the first place. This is where I'm going to stop. Do you understand? I will stop here and I will go on a few minutes break so that when I come back, I will open my lines in order to that people will also, Biafrans will speak their mind about my submission. I will be right back. back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa-Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. Today is the 5th day of January 2022. Our lines are now open. Our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. I repeat, +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. I repeat, +61 405 142 547. I repeat for the last time, WhatsApp and Signal line +61 405 142 547. Please give us a call, make your own submission or your own view, but remember, stick to the topic of my submission today that says how we were programmed into demonizing our own culture and tradition. I have a caller, a first caller, who is on Signal. Caller on Signal, I don't know whether you can hear me. Please start by giving us your name and where you're calling from. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, Mazi, thank you so much. I can hear you loud and clear. I hope I'm coming out too.
Yes, you are going. Go on, please.
Okay, my beloved brother. Thank you so much for picking my call. I am your brother Mazi Akas. I'm calling from Austria. I'm by the special grace of Eze Biama. I am the IPOB Austria National PRO. Mazi, your topic this night is so touching, and I will really tell you that we are really, bringing our people back how we're supposed to be, because most of us has been bamboozled. Most of us has been really messed up with this religion of a thing. I am a Christian, but the truth is that we have to call a spade a spade. And anybody who failed to understood what you are saying tonight, that means that person is really a gullible person. Because, going to church or serving this God, which give us life today, is not something that one man or one woman will stand in the pulpit and begins to, use his own ideology to wash our brain. At the end of the day, we forget the main point and begin to do the other way. Just like when I was growing, I knew a pastor in Jalsu that said that the member of his church is not allowed to watch television. It's not allowed to wear earrings. It's not allowed to. But the same man has a television in his house. You see, the truth is that these people have really confused our people to the extent that our people have really forget the Chukwokika Biama, which he said, "Do not worship any other God except me." That is a jealous God. But the truth, what I want our people to understand today is that Radio Biafra is a place that when you come here, your life will never remain the same. You must get something that no other pastor will tell you. Because we know that this radio Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given to Biafran people is where when you come here and listen with good mind, with open your brain, open your mind, just listen to the gospel. At the end of the day, you begin to see the outcome of the truth of what my brother is saying this evening. Mazi Chukwokika Biama is using you so mightily to redirect our mind, to redirect the way we think. Nobody, we are not here to condemn the religion, but we are trying here to. Jesus said Yeshua said that I come not to destroy, but to make things right. To be able to make these things before that when somebody is doing it in your eye, you cannot be able even to understand what that person is doing He's now coming to open your eyes so that nobody will bamboozle you again with that rubbish. You will see somebody, Mazi, somebody will go and buy a cup. They are selling 10 naira. Come to the what is that called again? To the pulpit. Just make a blah 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 blah. From now, this cup now I change it now to become graceful. This cup. When you use it to drink, everything about you will change. Tomorrow, when you go to bank, your account number, your bank will be full of money, or your bank account will be full of money. He will begin to sell that cup. That cup, you buy 10 naira. He will be selling it at 1,000 naira, and people will stay on the line to come and buy a cup that you can go to the market and buy yourself, and you will pray on yourself, use it to drink, and God will still bless you. This is what we are saying here in Radio Biafra. Money that you will use to feed, you see a poor woman go home because of what the one pastor told him. He called him daddy, but when he come back, the only chicken this woman has in the house at home, that she cannot be able even to kill this fowl to use it to nourish her body. She will go and take it, sell it, and take the money to the church, or even take that fowl, bring it to that man and his children. They will kill the same fowl and nourish their body. Why the old woman, the slippers she put on her feet to come to church, he can put China. You will send, we that are here, you send money to our people at home, instead of them to use that money to do the right thing, they put inside that the same money and go and give somebody 10%. You see, there's a problem, Mazi, until we begin to, and this thing that we are saying is real. Some of them are driving jeep. When they are passing on the street, they will see the center they are member. They cannot even ask that woman or that poor man, where are you going, so that I can give you a lift.
Oh yeah.
He will just be a pastor. He will just come and wind down with his AC. He don't even care. Our people have been brainwashed. And if you want to reset your brain, come to Radio Biafra here. We are not saying you shouldn't go to church or you shouldn't serve your God, but it's to direct your mind back. Into giving offering in church is good. But don't go and somebody bamboos you. You will take everything you have to go and give a one man. Somebody have a first jet, second jet, third jet. One man. While his congregation is hungry and scratching all of them. Mazi, there's a problem. And this is what the Nigerian government is using. They are the second government of that zoo. When the government deal with the people, you will run to the church for safety. The same man you want to go and meet the church to tell him your problem, the same man will bamboozle your head again and tell you, yeah, the government is not doing it right, but let us pray, they will change. Instead of him to tell you, let's do something about this thing. This government is not treating the masses well. Let's go and make revolution. They will tell you, no, buy candle. When you go home, pray from stay in fasting, pray from today. He will not, even that person, he will see that old woman come, put that clothes. That woman never eats. He cannot even ask Mama, have you eaten today? Mama, take this money, go and buy. Not, you will go and give that Mama a fasting and prayer. On top of hunger.
To officialize it, officialization of hunger.
Man, so that the woman will go and continue to fast for 1 or 2 days and die with empty stomach. Man, there's a problem. To understood exactly what you are saying here. We are not trying to ask you not to believe in what. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, he said, when Biafra come, if you want to go and worship a cockroach, you can go and worship a cockroach. But you don't use your Gary to spoil our rice game.
Thank you.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. To keep on blessing you.
And you too. Thank you.
That you'll be doing the needful always. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Once you are illuminated, enlightened, you will grow above established religion. This is a fact. I say established religion. You can now chart your way into spirituality, even your own way. You have the capability to do that. People don't understand. You will grow above what that established religion that people are. You will grow above it. You can chart your own way to your spirituality without going through the established religion. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? Thanks for holding on for 9 minutes.
Yeah, Mazi Johnathan. Good evening for picking my call. Thank you for picking my call. Your program, your submission this night was very, very good, and it's very clear. Our people, nobody is condemning religion or saying that you should not worship, but use your mind, use your reason before thinking about worship, or with reasoning, not just putting all your mind, everything over there and thinking that it will go always smooth. Even the people that brought Christian to us, most of them doesn't go to church, but things are working very well for them. It's just that we black people, sometimes the way we reason, our leader always says that our reason is very, 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 very out of this world. We still continue preaching and talking to our people. I believe that one day things will turn around. Like one pastor like that, one in Abuja, that said that Igbo people are very hard in giving. They are Christian, they love God, but they can't give you money. Because of that, he condemned husbands.
That is the type of news I want to be hearing. You know, my brother, sorry, 1 second. There is one video I saw one time. I laughed. There is one pastor that I think he was in Warri. You know, this thing happened. Congregation full everywhere. They do their normal abracadabra, their normal, cinema. God will bless you now. People with, if you are with whether 20,000, or come and bless me. I need whether you say how many people with 20,000, or come and salute me with 20,000 naira. Come, God will have special blessing. I look at that video. No single person. He go even reach to 1,000. No person come out. And I was very happy. This is the way things are supposed to be done. Gather, but
this is the way forward.
Buy this one. You on your questioning? No, dear, don't move anywhere. That money you will give him. If you go outside, give it to a mama selling granuts. Empower her.
Honestly,
give it to her.
Honestly, even me, I prefer giving to poor people, all these women that are selling things on the road, suffering, than going to donate it in the church, and they use it and buy private jet and be running up and down. Well, Mazi Johnathan, all I pray is that our people will change. We will continue preaching and telling them, enlightening them. I believe that someday they will definitely change. My reason of calling this night is to tell you guys in the media about the broadcast our HOD did last week, about the national anthem and the cow meat, that you guys should bring out, as in let the advertisement be in full gas, because our people need to. Our people need to enlighten them more, push it into their ear. You know that before, when they do things, if you don't push them, don't force them, go into that place, they will not obey. So we need to be enlightened about that national anthem, because by next week now, school will be opening. So about that national anthem and about this cow meat and other things, we need to have a very strong advertisement, especially on this radio. And I thank Mazi the way, because our radio all over the Biafra land now is working very fine, and I'm happy about that. So we need more media, because it's very, very important. Media is very, very important. So thank you, Mazi Johnathan, and every one of you and the media, and I thank Mazi Alozie. He's doing very fine. Let him not bother about the distraction it will always be there. 2015, we are here. The way they started from left to right, everybody's coming up that this and that. But we conquered because in this life, if you don't have enemy, if you don't have people that are against you, my brother, you are not doing anything. But when somebody is fighting you, you know that you are doing something and you keep pushing. So I encourage them, each all of them in the DOS. I encourage all of them that they should not give up or look aside. They should keep pushing, and we pray for them always. Thank you very much, my brother, and good night.
Remain blessed. We must continue. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Please, can you off your listening device, please? So, off it. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program.
Hello, Mazi
Nnamdi. Welcome to the program.
It's my good, I believe cheap. Balance. Balance presence in Biafra. But I ain't telling you, I'm making a move, the American Biafra. Creating Nazareno. I'm making a move. Mazi program game on our Tokano, or talking sugar, on our talking. You can move now. Amaram me chopotal. Mene wuri gane jaroka.
Of course.
Maka nke mbụ bụ na amụrụ m ma ịchọpụtala ma onye na-ewere ego na-ejere ụka maka
the seed of reality n'ime ha ịgwa gị eziokwu tupu ga-emepe anya lee anya ọkwa ịhụrụ ụka odo ihe ndị Igbo jikwere n'ọkpọ ya ụka wụ nọ ndị okwu na ụka is the truth eziokwu ka ọ oge ndị gboo ndị ọcha na-abịa ndị ọcha bịara bara ndị ha bịawa ha ndị Christianity na ndị okwu na ụka abịawa na onye ọ na-agbalaga onye ọ na n'ọsọ otu esi agbara ndị Fulani herdsmen n'ọsọ otu a ka esi agbara ha ọsọ ihe ejiji akpọ ha okwu n'ụka mana in this our struggle because ndị a nwere platform iri ozi ọma mepe reach to people onye m ji si na o nwere advantage o nwere ike iwu social gathering ị ga-eji social gathering mee ihe ọma mee ihe ọjọọ ọkwe na-aghọta na wazie na enweta our election government control wey the religion every religion ga-anọ under government control ọwụzi otu ọwụ na o si masị gị ihe ọwụ na ị ga na-ekwu ime miracle dị set up miracle a ga-enwe ndị nọ dị a ga-eme gị arrest akpụta otu maazị Mathias ji mee ha challenge ọkwa ị na-eme miracle ị na-ewelite ndị nwụrụ anwụ akpụrụ gị gaa na mortuary sịrị ya ngwa ndị niile nọ here ọya ka ha na-apụ echi na-ebulite echi n'ọnwụ ị ga-emenwe ya atọ gị nka mkpụrụ ụka that is how to regulate all these things. That's it. Ndewo.
Daalụ maazị ihe ndị ese gị na ụka bụ fọ na ịma na ịkọwalụ ma nke gị ịma na okwu anyị na-ekwu na Igbo niile na Biafra niile na-age ntị na-anụ olu eziokwu bụ na mmanụ atụrụ oyibo na-ewekwele n'iwu na oyibo bịara abịa ka m sụọ udoro m anya ihe ndị ese gị na ụka bụ 419 ahụ ịmalị ibe na-aza
Yes.
O nwere ndị ọkwụrụ ụgọ ọtụtụ ọkwụrụ ụgọ ibe nji wee sị gị na ụka bụ 419 bụ na ụka bụ ebe na mma ka eji wee butela anyị nya sọsọ ekpemekpe bụ ekpemekpe udo n'ụwa niile bụ ekpemekpe Chineke bụ ekpemekpe ndị Igbo ka m gwa gị eziokwu nna m na gị wekere oge mmadụ isi egwu ya na nke ọ na-ekpe jọrọ njọ nye arapụ nke ka okpere nkebe amara ma nna m emerie nna m bụ ụba mmadụ emerie nna m bụ nwali ije emerie nna m bụ nweke emerie sọsọ ndị ụka na-eje na be mmadụ na-ekwu ya gekwe ntị mirakụl niile ahụ na-eme ihe anwansi niile ahụ na-eme ozu udoju na mọchụarị amara mma ịmala oru ahụ ndị nwe ịkpọrọ aba bụ individual opinion ka ha nele anya ọbụna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na Chukwu ejuoye ihe mara m ichetara mgbe Mbaka ọ bụ na ichetara mma Ford logo one of the earlier clip ọ na-akọcha Nnamdi Kanu o ihe enwe anyị na-ekwu ihe enwe o wee banye n'anya chi na-agbalị ya ma wee gbalị ya ma n'ọkwa na eziokwu ka onye nwe na-ekwu maka na eziokwu adịrị ebụa ihe ha na-eme bụ na-ata mmadụ alụ nya bụ 419 ibe bụ 419 bụ na ị na-ata mmadụ alụ na-avụ ya ọnụ ori na ama eji ụmụ ka iwe n'iwe ka m bụ oge obere okwu mma agbapụ ya ọsọ ejere m ụka elusia ntakpudo anya sị na Holy Spirit na-abịa ntakpudo anya chebilie ebulide anointing cheri mama ndị na-ada nne anya onye bụ kebụl dị bụ ọkụ dị naked ọhịa daluro na-ewu mụnwa chebili onye na-eme anointing ahụ bịa bie m aka n'isi kwedo m isi rara ka ọ tụgharịa m isi mụnwa nede anya na-enwere ụkwụ m jiri ụbụrụ m o wee nọkọta wee kpọọ ndị be anyị si ya na mmụọ ọjọọ dị m n'isi wee kpọọ ndị be anyị bụ ya na mmụọ ọjọọ adịrọ m n'isi na ihe ọ na-eme bụ nwoke m abụ na ọ chọrọ itinyelu m ọkpa n'okpuru ka nda ada ma nda ada ụmụ nwa na-ebe ahụ amụba ma amụrụ m ịchọpụtara na ada niile ahụ a na-ada na ụmụ nwoke a na-adakịrị ya n'ụlọ ụka ibe ha na-eme bụ ori na ama mana Biafra abịa ekenere m program ị na-eme ịmakwa nne ya eji na-ekpele anyị ekpele kedu izibe kpata nne na babịa wasị gị na mma gị lile amosu ịrapụ ise ndịrị mma gị ego oyi eji na-eli ndị ma gị na-efid famili pastor na ezinụlọ ya ị na-agbalị nne gị ọsọ n'olile amosu ibe ha na-eme na anaba anyị ibe ndị mmadụ iji wee jebe ụka bụ na gọọmenti adịrọ ibe niile a na-akpa ancestral courses ancestral bụ gọọmenti anyị bụ ancestral course ahụ o nwere ihe ọzọ nya ka m ji wee sị gị ma ụka na gọọmenti emebe ọbụma ma onye sị gị nọ ntu bulu alụsị niile dị n'ọma mbala bụ ya esolu udo ọ nwụrụ anya evu na ọ gbagoro n'ọchị o meghị ihe ọra chọrọ n'ihe ha ji agbalị ọsọ bụ na ba ma nnọọ 419 ka ọ bụ n'ebe ahụ ka ọ dị ka ba n'okpu ya va wee na-eli ndị mmadụ nya ka m ji wee sị gị nọ 419 amara m ịghọtara ihe m kọwara ndị mmadụ o nwere ndị nwere ezigbo obi ịmara imepe ahụ ka wee na-agba ndị mmadụ eziokwu maọbụ mkpụrụ mmadụ a bịara n'ụlọ ụka gị ma mbọchị ibidoro tụba ntụ dịka 419 na ndị mmadụ eju ebe ahụ cheri ma abụrụkutu barakata eji geregede babara mmadụ adajue na-ewu ụmụ nwaanyị mmụọ ọjọọ nwere iwe na-emebe n'isi a na-adalị gị n'ala nya ka m ji wee sị gị na 419 ka ọ bụrụ na ndị ezigbo mmadụ anọrọ ya ịbịa na onye bụ ezigbo mmadụ mesego omume o mekpuo ogo omume makwa na onye nwebụ ezigbo mmadụ mana abịa na the institution asị ụka bụ 419 institution ka ọ bụ MMM ọnya bụ ibe nna akọwalị ndị be anyị ekene ngị maazị jisie na ike n'okwu na ụdị mma opinion nke m ka m kwuru na onye na-ebi anya wee
opinion gị iwu opinion gị ndewo
ekele m jisie na ike na Biafra ya abịa onye ọ na-agụtara okwu na-agba ndị Igbo be anyị ndị Biafra niile bụ na ọ gụtazi gị ọgụtala gị inwere ese na Chukwu kwulie na esi na ọ ya abịarọ ị nwere isi gị zelana nya bụ ọgọ nna m gwara m ihe nwa na-agabiga South Africa nwere mgbe m agabigalie emechara kọbịa akọba mali na Igbo ya akị akọ mali na Biafra niile ya akị akọ ma esi na ọ dọrọ gị mma jụọ ese kedu ihe mmụ gị ya akọ gbasara gị ma olu mbọsị anyị eji na-aka akọ nwa ma ọ bụrụ ma akọ nwa na anyị akị akọ kwụsị na egwula anyị Nigerian anthem na anaba anyị kwụsị na ya na ọ dịrị anyị mma no anthem ndị ori na-awụ ka ọ bụ ekene m unu.
Ndewo Mazi, ndewo. Thank you. Many people are calling and waiting. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? I don't know why my direct line is not ringing out. Okay, it don't used to ring out. Caller on signal, welcome to the program. You have been here since 9 minutes, going to 10 minutes. Ndewo, can you hear me? Mazi Emmanuel Ezisi, can you hear me? Caller on signal. Caller on signal, are you there? Can you hear me? My goodness me. What is happening? Caller on signal, can you hear me? No. You need to call back. You need to call back. I don't know, my phone direct line is not ringing out. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Jonathan, can you hear me, sir?
The whole world is hearing you. There,
okay, sir. Dede Jonathan, Udochukwu Kikabi Amadrege. Yes. How we are demonizing our culture and the tradition. Mazi Johnathan, see Biafrans all over the world. Udochukwu Kikabi It's our land. We are the children of God of heaven and earth. All I desire, Biafra all over the world. Any human race on this planet Earth, where the answer Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi, talk my name no Okechukwu Ejikon. Any American person where the answer Okechukwu. Any Britain man where the answer Okechukwu. It's simple common sense. So after that they get answer with that Robert. Mazi Johnathan, I am not going back. I that ego. Whether we are not the same ego. I wouldn't ego. I heard the ego before. I can again. I was the Kanga Kailishu and went to no just I don't like a person. I couldn't do that. I couldn't handle Omuchukoki Kabamoko. Kaburari Shinilo no Nelu, Butashara, the Jonathan, whenever you want to speak against this religion, speak up. Kowaya, you are getting a chamber. I have said to us, why did they kill Jesus Christ? If he make it, why must he die? Then they went at his back and hide in the name of Jesus Christ. Come out from his body. First, you call Kabam, the God that created heaven. If you tell him and you will do, contest a little test together. Then you then they say, Biafra is our religion. If you want, everything is under the government. If you want to worship Kokoro, that is a business. You don't use your common, use your ideology to deceive others. Dara. Then they think, then they Jonathan. We don't come back to cause the Bakoya, right? To call Kababa, some Babuka, was where Kanu Kwayo, Fondam Baka to Bakamna, Kabaka. I am a Mlewo prophet. That thing happened every time in those. That thing, 17, 18, 20. If they don't bring our leader out, then they will see our madness. Let us see that Cambridge where they get. Let them come and kill us and take our land. Anywhere you did, don't because the revelation is done already. Haven't they tested it with Wosu? Tomorrow now, when Boko Haram will come into their church and spray bullets to their land, they will come say, yes, sir. But we then they wait for them. I can't show the guy at all. Then they follow shit. Ezekiel chapter 20, from verse 1 to 8. And it is a direct one to all of you. Then you just read that. Because of your useless ideology, you are a reverend father, you are a bishop, you are a this and that. We don't even care. We are waiting that day to bring our own Jesus Christ. That's the name of the Bible. They're going to APC. Okay, that's the Jonathan was the wicked. You know, after 100 or 200 years now, the next generation, when you tell them, say, see what thing happen, they're not going to agree. They're not going to agree, say, we see, correct. They can have a leader, go put inside the Taliban, the worst Taliban. You and the day, they watch. They want to obey them, they want to. And they said that this said they can kill our little command. Pretend we are waiting for your people. Dara, if it is my bullet, everyone will get our character. One day. Then always chapter 20 from verse 1 to 8. I am like I like to calculate to quit. Not by now. If I put a guy, they will not have him to. Upon Amos chapter 6. Amos chapter 6 from verse 1 to 8. But I can't get on my humanity. I can say again, every day again, who still some problem or the fruit that we will understand. Man, I had a Biafra. First Maccabees chapter 13. First Maccabees chapter 13 from verse 1 to 8. And the same First Maccabees chapter 14 from verse 1 to 8. That study is there is formidable. It's literally a sacrifice everything. And then it's resting in the hands of them. Let me give you one. See Biafra. How can I fly into the Biafra? How can I into the Biafra? Then is the crossover. Let us see Christ on the bottom of death. Then we will show the world our man's less. Nara. Then I think of this. Then I quit second dead dress. Second dead dress, chapter 18, chapter 8, from verse 1 to 8. And the same second dead dress, chapter 9, from verse 1 to 8. Then I think of this. The name of some maybe one. Biafra, so I'm like a period of time. I'm not going to church or dog. But I want to create for Kaga. But I never begin to come at that. I put up and back as you put. Sit there, put up. I get up and do shit. Okay, come on, then. Oh, I go and make him. Yeah, side the question. Then the Jonathan is here.
Mazi, round up, please. Round up. Reconnect him.
I will get to the road 17, 18. I will definitely wait to Casala with the governor. Let's talk about the governor. Man's but I'm back up. Who super people? Then Jonathan, who don't drink. Let's get to Kulu. Get what I go sound. What's the name of that? You shake the award. You shake the award. The whole human being will not say, I'm to put the camera. Okay, money. I like what you like Lord. Now, yeah. There's Jonathan Parker. I am Biafra.
Almost Biafra. There we go. We must continue. For your information, if you call any language of Biafra land you want to speak, do not feel shy. Call and speak Wafe. No Wahala. You understand? That's the thing. Oh, we should not shy away in any way of our languages. Yes. The caller on WhatsApp is connecting. I don't know. Calls are coming on direct line, but I don't know why it's not coming. I'm just seeing missed calls. They are flowing in. Caller on direct line. I mean on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? What is happening? It's connecting. What is happening? No. Caller on signal. Are you there? Caller on signal. Can you hear me? Caller. Yeah, yes. Mazi, why are you wasting time? I don't know whether you have earphone on you. Okay, go on.
I can hear you very over here now.
Go on,
okay.
Please.
Mazi Johnathan, good evening.
There, well, welcome to the program.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening from here. My name is Mazi Nnamdi, calling from Biafra.
There, well.
Land. Earlier, it's like the team was down. I was hearing you, but you're not hearing me. So
I was not hearing you. It was not coming out anyway. Go on.
Okay, so Mazi, thank you very much for today's topic. Your question, the topic was how we are programmed to demonizing our own culture and tradition, right?
Yeah.
So I want to pick out the salient hidden word there, which is programmed, and that is the point. I mean, that is the word everybody is missing. How we are programmed. It's like being stage managed. into becoming what our dictators want us to be. So the white men, Europeans who came to Africa, like the British who had the upper hand in Africa, they studied why the Portuguese failed, because the Portuguese were the first that came into Africa, at least from the history. So the British, they did not want to repeat the same mistake that the Portuguese made. So they had to, just like what you rightly pointed out, use our own people who were gullible and greedy, you know, who just like what we have today, you know, amongst us. So people who are really like who are like ready hands, you know, stooges who can be manipulated and against their people. An easy way to penetrate Africa, the Black Africa. So they did a very fantastic job in that regard, and religion was one of their major instruments they used in conquering us. You know, so there's no way we could have abandoned our culture and tradition, even though it is not perfect. And at least even in other part of the civilized world, their own culture and tradition was also not perfect. But because they had the time,
culture is perfect. None. I said
that's what I'm saying. Yes, they had the time to develop. You know, but we were not given that opportunity. First, they came in with their slave trade for over 300 years. Our culture and tradition was bastardized and destroyed completely. Our history as a people were destroyed. Now, after the slave trade, when we were even trying to regroup and trying to retrace our step, they came in with their new colonialism via the so-called religion of enslavement, which is Christianity, and their slave documents they call the Bible. You know, I just like the last two caller, my brother that called, was saying that Christianity is 419. Everything he said was in line. In fact, it's in order. But I will not want to say that Christianity was a 419 per se. But it is a programmed religion which the white people use to get what they want in Africa. And they are having their...
Mazi, can you hold it a bit there? Because okay. When we say that Christianity is 419, Christianity is... and in another way, we say they use Christianity to colonize us. Is it not we are contradicting ourselves? Because it is good for some people to use it against us to get what they want, which means it can be used also to get what you want. But our people chose to use it now to deceive our own selves. Had it been we go out, maybe there are other people that is remaining, we go out and use that Christianity, manipulate it, use it our own way to colonize other people. It will be to our advantage. Maybe we will be stealing their crude oil also in their country, and we will be in good governance. You know, good.
Let me ask you, where will you go and colonize?
Okay.
Which part of the world?
Okay. In the absence of that, is in the absence of that going out to colonize, but it was the religion was being used by some people, which means it has economic benefit. It was beneficial to some people. Do you see it? That is why I find it difficult to condemn it as an institution, because you can use it for good if you really modelize it, modelization to fit your purpose. It will serve you good, because it serves the Europeans good. Europeans, they were not the founders of Christianity, no, but they usurped it from others and use it for their advantage. Why can't we also, as we see ourselves in this situation now, we try to fashion out a way of modelizing it to our collective advantage, not this individual mess and scam that is going on in our land. Go on, please.
Yeah, you are quite right. I quite agree with you totally. But I'm not an advocate of when something is wrong, we try to right it, because what the white did is condemnable in every ramification. How can you destroy a whole race, destroy their culture, their tradition, their history, just because of the fact that you want to for some economic gain? You know, so they are going to suffer their own when time comes. That's by the way. But the point I'm trying to make is that now that we are through Radio Biafra and this renaissance that is going on, our people should be encouraged to continue. Let us not let up, but let us call the spade a spade. The fact is that I personally, I told you the last time I called that I stopped going to church 2005, and ever since that time, my life has always been on the up. At least now I am very more sane. I am more healthy. I am more focused. I am more even disciplined as a person. I am more principled with integrity. I am more committed. That was why when I heard our Onyendu in 2015 over the radio, Biafra, I said this man is somebody I can always confide in. And ever since that, I've not looked back. So the point I'm making is that these people brought something that was tinkered, the Bible itself, and the history surrounding it. How will you feel if as a father, you learn that your own child is an institution that is not accredited by the accrediting body, and he or she is pursuing a course that has no future? Will you allow that your child to continue in that school?
Never. I'll remove him immediately.
That is the point. So why are we dancing around the matter, the issue? These people brought a book that was doctored. It's there for everybody to see. It is doctored. It was doctored. The main figure, the primary figures that played the major role then were removed, and their name was changed, and the history surrounding them was changed for their own self-interest. Everybody knows that Yahushua was a political and a religious figure when he was on earth, and he belonged to a particular group. Why was that group not mentioned in the Bible, in this so-called Bible? Why was he removed? Judas Iscariot was also a political figure, the one they said betrayed Jesus. Why was the group that he belonged to removed from the Bible? It's not like, for example, now Mazi Onyendu, our leader. If tomorrow Biafra is, if tomorrow we should know very, very, very well that Biafra will come, if Biafra is restored, then in the next 200 or 300 years, by then all of us will not be here again. Then there is a history written about Biafra, and Onyendu's name was changed from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to something that is sounding very funny. And in the course of the write-up, the IPUB family, or the role that the IPUB as a family played, was removed completely. And that document was not accepted as the history of the Biafran people. If we are anywhere we are, we'll be turning in our grave anywhere we are with so much agony and anger. If those people who are Biafrans at that time will allow such a thing to happen. Although I don't want to go to that area, because for now we are still trying to build this our Renaissance class, more or less. A time will come, everything will be opened. So Mazi, earlier on when you started, you talk about our brothers in Edo, how the Fulani rampaged the land. I heard the news some 2 days back, and I was not very, very happy. But this is what Onyendu has been saying, that when an anomaly happens in any part of Biafra land, the other people will keep quiet. And that's what has been killing us. And that's what the Fulani oligarchy caliphate has been using to divide us. It is high time we should come together as a people. Come together. Let us rise as a people and condemn whatever is happening. I don't know why we should just be docile. Over here we are busy. So people are busy celebrating Christmas and New Year, while our people are suffering over there, with running from their homes. So I believe we still have a lot of work to do. This issue of coming together as one body and addressing our major problem, our common problem. But I believe that with the DOS, I believe we are in good hands, and our future is very, very secured. I have no fear. So, Mazi, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to.
Remain blessed.
And you have not checked the material sent to you.
Okay. I would,
WhatsApp.
Honestly, I never, you say you send it in WhatsApp, right?
On WhatsApp, yes.
Okay,
WhatsApp.
I will check it, I promise.
On Monday.
Okay.
All right.
If I finish my broadcast, many people start calling, start speaking after, forget,
no problem. And another thing, I think it's high time we should also be discussing about our future nation. At least once in a while, you should bring up the topic.
No problem.
Biafra of our dream.
Don't worry. Yes. Things are in the offing. This is new year. You know.
Yeah, Biafra is already restored. So we need to talk about how our nation should be, run.
Run. It's okay.
Thank you very much.
There will remain blessed. There will.
You too.
Thank you. I have a caller that has been holding for 11 minutes. But before that, please, let me pick this call on direct line. The first call. My goodness me, the line went off. They are filtering this line, honestly. Let me see again. I'm not even seeing the call. Caller on WhatsApp, please. Welcome to the program. Thanks for your patience. Go on, please. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Good evening, Mazi Johnathan Chinedum. Good evening, Mazi Johnathan Chinedum. May Elohim, Ekekorowa, bless you.
Bless you.
I am Mazi Chinemerem. I am from Abaje in Wangele local government. All previous Biafra land. Mazi Johnathan, may Elohim bless you. In fact, you are a blessing to Biafra. Yesterday you speak is awesome. Today is marvelous also. Mazi, the two yesterday topic and today's topic just related. Mazi, I just told people, when you study a book, and that book you study from your childhood tells you about that woman is a monkey, and in every day that monkey was turning to be human being. Then in that book, you read that book from your childhood, you graduate there, you will be a professor there, you'll be a doctor there, engineer. Do you know that it took another divine power to change the mindset and mentality of that person?
You're right.
That is the problem we have. That is the problem we have. No, before those things happened, Mazi, I used to tell people, before the white men came here and conquer us, there is that evil thing that we commit. Simple. Our people leave God and went to another wicked act that be a barbaric to the eyes of Elohim. In the Igbo na enwe ihe mere ego eji be nwe enwe ebe mmiri si bo pi ugbogoro. Why? Our director have said it here before. Before white men came here, slave Igbo people have begin to sell themselves among themselves. I mean, we are abonya osu, abonya uwe, abonya ohu. Director have did this thing before. Tuku Kika them and left us. And said these people are say wicked. I am their God. They are my children, but these people are set on weak. Have you seen a white man using gun, killing a fellow white man? No, it's only black, because the white saw that thing, that these black are barbaric in nature. They can kill themselves without looking back. Let us help them and kill them and take their resources. And they are doing it. Who are those people that contribute money, good money, to go and bring their brother to Kenya and hand over to caliphate? Is it white man? No. Ndị Igbo na-ekwu ha kwụsịkwa n'okwu mana okwu ndị Igbo a na-emecha ome ha asị na osisi na egbu ya ọkwụrụ mana ihe ọ bụ okwu ndị Igbo mana ha it's like Bible. Nnamdi Kanu have never condemned Bible. What Nnamdi Kanu said, there is something wrong in New Testament. I used to tell people that Bible is our history. Bible, this Bible, everybody says it. Is our history, but they saw it and rewrite it, and it takes a man who studied that Bible to know where the errors. If that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not study but that Bible, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot detect the error in New Testament. People left. That is the problem we have here. That's the problem. But I want to tell them, this kingdom of God, Biafra must surely restore. Like yesterday, treated but the network did not allow me. Mazi, religion can never contribute anything in freedom fighter. Christ, everybody is preaching today. Christ did not go to any church. Once Christ go to church, Christ went after leave political everything, went and formed his own group, called his group disciples. Mazi, That is in the disciples of Christ. You can't see any reverend. You can't see any what you hear disciple, apostle, the teachers, not preachers. A preacher can preach and go, but a teacher will teach you what you don't know. So what Christ raised on earth is teachers, not preachers. So that is it. The religions, all this Catholic, Anglican is divide and rule. Anglican cannot marry a Catholic cannot marry a Pentecostal. All those things is rubbish. Okay, look at here, Mazi. In Anambra State, there is a school a Reverend Father have. After building that school, contribution of all men, everybody who will give God 5 million come out. After building that school, do you know the name he named that school? British Academy in Obesio. British Academy. Look at where is Britain. Look at Obosi. Can you see any institution or any school in Britain, Obosi Academy? You can't see it, but the right is British Academy. Tomorrow they will say it's a Reverend Father. And all of them, these people, I used to two people. Mazi, do you know this as idolatry? Do you know that the Virgin Maria they moved and bring us to here? The same days are the one that our property is the same thing. This one is black, this one is white. It's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. This one is white with pointed nose, with a very nice hand, with his face. It's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. So that's the problem we have. But it's the only Biafra, and they know that it's only Biafra will rewrite all this mess we are into. Like what you say, if you Mazi, what our people is doing in IPOB, if you are not called, because we quit this struggle. Do you know that a follow IPOB is going to point a follow IPOB to police army to arrest to kill him? That is this. What you saw your
Mazi, your line now is bad. Your line is bad.
Some people give for they want tapani see on I don't go travel like a pigeon. He said, "Oh, money on Atago, on your adobo." I said, "Shalom, watching it. Man, are you going to Shalom, watching it? Shalom, watching it. Man, are you going
to You know, there's a way I'm seeing this thing. Although after I will make my comments, so that people will not misunderstand. I have a caller on WhatsApp, but hold on. People are calling on direct line. Now is what is happening? If I pick call on direct line, it will drop. I never picked any call that went through in this direct line. Let me try again. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Yes, I think you can. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You are the first caller on direct line since myriads of calls. Go on, please.
I'm calling you from Aba.
There we go. Is Aba FM? Are you listening through Aba FM?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, I'm now in Aba. I'm hearing you live.
Very good. Through the FM radio, right?
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah.
Because I want to get Wolite to Luki. Oga, come up, please.
I think it's network problem.
Go on.
Yes, I want to. You see, the topic we discussed yesterday and today is very fantastic. This region of thing is a very big problem. And I think you will continue to hammer on this very issue. It is a problem we have in our struggle. Very big problem. These people have divided our people so much that for them to come together and reason as well, if not for abuse, we are completely gone. Do you hear me?
It's hearing. The whole world is hearing. Go on.
Okay. Now, this is the problem we have. Even here as an IP member, I have stopped going to church for not less than 3 years since I started with Radio Biafra and IP. You see, there's no reason where you go, because what these people teach you is division. They destroy families. They are problem, creators and makers. If you continue to go to their church, find out even the members of the family cannot share with them. There's a very big problem we're facing here. In fact, you people have never seen enormity of the challenges we face here as a result of this imported religion. This is what I want to say. So I don't know what to say. We will continue, even here, we continue to educate and talk to our people. That nobody say if you like to go. Personally, myself, there's no reason, because the Bible itself has said that when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? The foundation is talking about it. The foundation of the church or religion is completely bastardized. Anybody that is going there now, it's only heaven that knows what he wants to bring up from there. So continue to hammer. I know that this our Biafra and our leader that is being in the enemy's camp, heaven must certainly show us grace, because so many people is talking to God. I mean, they can't leave God until the of his house. That is reality. I don't think that have been in the history of humanity where so many people pray for one man. The name of Almighty can never be dragged on the mud. It's not possible. No matter the hand that is holding him, the wall, the land, the roof of that particular place to protect him, because I know that the grace of God is upon him. Mazi, thank you very much. That British made Buhari and his brothers is giving us a lot of problems this place. So, what we have there, the fourth version of British made Buhari is only they charge the responsibility of Islamizing Nigeria. I don't know why they have never realized it, but the early they do it, the better for them. Thank you and God bless you, Mazi.
There will remain blessed too. Caller on.
Thank you.
What's up? Please hold on. Let me say something here. Like our brother said, which people are reiterating. Yes, we blame only religion for the division in our land. I don't completely agree with it. Yes, religion, they have their contribution, but everything goes with the mindset of the people. What about Ndimo saying this Anambra people? The other day, one of our brothers called from Enugu, say he was bitterly complaining how Anambra is telling, oh, no, only Enugu, this and that. Is that religion also? We should be making it general and talking generally. Yes, religion is contributing in somehow, yes. We will not, deny the fact. But it goes with the way of the people. Our people, we are clannish. Not even tribalistic, no. I don't want to use that word, because every African is tribal, which is normal. Every human being. Forget about the way they call it tribe in Africa, but in Europe, they call it a nation. So it's the same thing. But what about clans? The same Igbo, but you still see people saying, you look down on some set of people because of, that clanism. That is also a big problem. Caller on direct line, no. I have a caller on WhatsApp that has been waiting. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, my able leader. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I greet you. And also I greet you, Jonathan, Mazi Johnathan.
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our leader, please.
Yes, Nnamdi Kanu is our leader. And I greet also Mazi Johnathan on the TV, on the radio. Please, I greet everybody and I greet every Biafra land, every Biafra in Nigeria land. Mazi Johnathan, for me, I disagree completely that it is the religion that is going to destroy our people in Nigeria. Mostly, I blame the Igbo people. Mazi Johnathan, Islam also is a religion. Did Islam destroy Fulani people? Did Islam destroy Yoruba people? Do we forget that the Islam is also a religion? There is the type of mind that the Igbo people have. I want you to give Islam to Igbos. They will mess it up. I want you to give any religion to Igbo people. They will mess it up. Do you know that those that are in Islam, in Igbo land, our own brother in Igbo land that are Islam, they are now killing us. We are now their enemy. Why the Islam in the north, they are protecting the north. And the Christians in the north are also protecting the north. Why is it also that every time we are telling it is the religion that is for the Biafra people? I personally, I disagree completely that it is not a religion. It is our own mindset. Now, do you know that the those that are in this traditional religion, these are too early. Are they giving it to Muslims? Are they giving it to other people? These are too early and a poison. Are they giving it to Yoruba people? They are also giving it to their own brother in their own different places where they are selling market, in their shops, in their churches. Mazi Johnathan, for me personally, I disagree that the Igbo people, they have mental problems. Give anything to Igbo people, they will mess it up. Give religion, Muslim religion to Igbo people, they will mess it up. Give Hindu, even Hindu, give it to Igbo people, they will mess it up. Mazi Johnathan, do you know that in any country where you find Igbo people will bring from that country their own God to Igbo land. I have been in Hausa people. Those in the Hausa land, Igbo people, they are bringing Islam from Hausa land to Igbo people. And when they bring Islam from Hausa to Igbo land, they will call it Umenana. Who told you that the Hausa shrine that they came to Igbo land are Umenana in Anibu? Those are in the Yoruba land. They are bringing different type of shrine from Yoruba and so on to Igbo land. And they are calling it also Umenana. Who told you that Ogboni and the Yoruba shrine are Umenana in Anibu? Anything you give to Igbo people, they will mess it up. Give Islam to Igbo people tomorrow. Next tomorrow, we see how it is. So our problem in Biafra land are mostly the Igbos. Most in Biafra land, we are their own problem. Unless we started doing something to Igbos. That is my own contribution this evening. Thank you.
They were very articulate also. It's just what I said before you called. A caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on direct line. This brother made a point. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Caller on direct line. Can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi Johnathan.
There, welcome to the program. Please go on.
Yes, Mazi, there. Good evening from the Holy Land of Biafra. My name is Michael Israel, and I'm calling you from the land of Chukwukikadiama, which is the land of Biafra. Mazi, may Elohim continue to bless and guide and give you more wisdom for the good work that you are doing to restore the great nation, which is Biafra. And our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, may Elohim continue to keep him and guide him. May he continue to give him more wisdom for him to defeat his enemy. You see? Mazi, your topic this night, every day you come here on Radio Biafra platform, you educate us, you enlighten us. We sometimes, or every time I listen to Radio Biafra, at least I have joy. Mazi, this our brother that just spoke last now. Mazi, he really touched something somewhere. Mazi, we are talking about Christianity, what the church, everything, the bishops, the clerics, what they are doing. But sometimes, Mazi, when I look, when I research within me and within what is happening in Nigeria and Biafra land, Mazi, I see that, and more especially, Mazi, you see Igbo people. Igbo, Biafra people. Mazi, we are so wicked to ourselves. Mazi, just forget about the Christianity. We know that these people, they brought the Christianity to us to use it and deceive us, to use it, to manipulate us. But Mazi, just keep that one aside. You know, that our brother that spoke just now, he touched it to the right place. Because the reason why we are in this mess, Mazi Johnathan, is because the Igbo man, check the hatred, Mazi, how we hate, how Igbo man hates his own self, Mazi. The hatred is very, very
Mazi,
much.
if you come to that also,
when you look at it,
Mazi,
Nnamdi Kanu,
can you hear me?
In the dungeon of DSS today, who put him there is his own fellow greedy and selfish evil brothers. The people he's fighting for their own generation, they are the people that and gathered money to keep Elohim there, thinking that they will succeed. So where our problem is coming from, is it not coming from us? We are the reason of our problem. And the Mazi, thank Elohim that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came and IPOB was given back to. If not, even Mazi Johnathan, if you look at what is happening in our land, the kind of wickedness in the heart of Igbo man, even like what we are saying, you know, when you have seen some things that is happening, that is going on, you will see someone that is in that same place with you, but is not understanding what is going on. You will even ask, why don't you even destroy this place for once? Because Mazi Johnathan, I saw something, if not for the coming of Nnamdi Kanu, Elohim would have destroyed Biafra land because of what? The evil and the wickedness and greediness, you know, anyuku, this kind of anyuku, Mazi Johnathan, I don't know how to put it. But thank God that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came. Thank you, Mazi. All hail Biafra.
Almost said Biafra.
Thank you.
I also have some objections in what you said, because I cannot completely agree that the Igbo man hate himself. No. I don't agree that. Go to Alaba International Market. Go to our markets. Why will Igbo man show his brother way to make it if we are so wicked? The problem we have is sophisticated. There is. I don't think you can describe it in one way. Because when you say religion, no, I say no. Just like our brother, the last caller said also, you cannot completely blame religion. There is a way we are sophisticated in character. If you say we are too wicked, but we helped ourselves to build ourselves. No other race, no other ethnicity in Nigeria does it, but we do. So how can you say somebody will go in a village and bring somebody that's supposed that is lavishing, and bring him, train him, make him who he is, make him human being tomorrow, and the same person will go and do this? The chain continues. So I cannot completely agree about this wickedness, but there is something I'm looking at. Maybe selfishness is there also, is contributing. We have one type of character, clanism. There is an element of, there is jealousy, yes, greed. All these things, all these factors are there that makes up things. Like one of our brothers says, give Igbo say Islam even, they will mess it up. I also in one way agree with him, because it goes with the way the tradition of the people. They will try to lord it over others, their own brothers. But also Nigeria as a system contributed in pushing us into this type of character. But this clanism is what we should fight, because it's there. Clanism. That clanism is something that is absurd. So people carry it in different ways. Caller on signal, welcome to the program, please. You have been there. Caller on signal, can you hear me? My goodness me. Caller on signal, can you hear me? Mazi, you are not coming out, oh.
Hello?
Yes, go on. Now you are coming out. Go on.
Yeah, Mazi, can I ask you? I want to ask you a question before I say what I want to say, please.
Please do. Go on.
Yes, this Agile Cloud, we led it when we were in school.
Yes.
And it happened about 18 something. Can you remember when our people was doing the same thing the Yorubas were doing?
Like?
Which year do we start?
Mazi, what is happening? Are you on top of a tractor?
No, sorry, my volume is very high.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go on.
Yeah. As these Yoruba people saw their brother that turn around and help the colonial master to colonize the mindset of their people. I'm asking our people, do you remember which year our people start selling their own people?
It's the same time, even at the early time also.
Okay. Now, the reason I ask you that question is, you see, most of the time we're looking at where this problem is coming from. It's exactly the same thing that they did to Joseph, to the Egyptians. It's exactly what we came to Biafra land. The same Aboraho, the same lineage that put Israel to Egypt for how many years?
400
and even
years.
When God was about to deliver them, they still messed up on their way, which took them now 40 years instead of 40 days. It's exactly what is happening now. Because the problem we are having is that we sold our brothers. There was a time our leader was doing a program, and he was saying in his program that we need to reconcile with our people that was sold to the Western world. Because that is where this problem started. And when you look at that particular problem, it lingers into the line of greediness. It generates this selfishness. It went even to religion. Look at this religion you're talking about. Let me say something before. Let me digress a little bit. By the blessed soul of my mother, rest in peace. At 70, my mother was still taking 5 cups of rice to go and give a pastor that is less than 35 years old. In a country that they're supposed to be looking after somebody who is 60 years old. And a church pastor will be telling the members 1,000 people feeding one person in the name of their prayer. The prayer warriors. I don't even understand exactly, because this whole thing, I believe that this whole thing lingers.
What you say now, Mazi, can I say something here? What you raised now also made me remember something. You know, when transatlantic slavery started in our land in 16th century from the Portuguese, that was when our people started hunting each other to kill, to sell, to make money. That time they were not Christians also. Do you understand?
Yes.
They were not Christians. So it's something embedded. We start blaming everything also. But that time they were not Christians.
You see this thing there? Mazi, this thing are traceable. It went towards from that particular time that they did not even know what the religion is all about. This type of religion you're talking about now is the Western religion. They have their own religion already. And that is the same religion they had at that time. They misunderstood it because they went out of the line of Elohim. There was a religion. That's why we answer Umuchuku and the rest of them.
Of course.
The problem is that they left the 10 commandments. They left what God asked them to do and start doing their own thing. That is even that time this Western religion has not come. They were practicing religion. They were practicing democracy. But they disobeyed Elohim. And Elohim have punished all of us, starting from that generation. To be honest with you, the only generation that is going to end this particular one is the coming of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Go and write it somewhere. The whole history that we are digging out now, trying to find out where this water starts beating us, is where we are going to end it so that our children don't carry it out. We don't carry the same course again. This course has to end here, and it has to end with this stupid Nigeria. And so if you mean all of us dying, let all of us die, and let these children that know nothing carry on with a new life that Elohim have promised, that this is my children, and they must live this type of life because they are mine. Otherwise, we are going nowhere with what we are doing. But I am saying this night that we are not going to deviate and we are not going to listen. There's something, a comment you make earlier. I'm so sorry. I put it this night as Mazi Chukode. I'm so sorry for anybody who sits somewhere and criticizing the structure of this man. It's like criticizing the apostles or disciples of Jesus. When you do that, cost is going to be on your head and your family. And if God punish you that you are under oath and you're doing what you're doing, your punishment is going to be double because you know it and you're doing it. People should stay away from this thing. This is not a dancing of the moon. What we are doing has to do with life and death. Millions of people have died in this particular thing that we are doing. If you don't understand what it is, kneel down and ask Elohim to reveal to you what is it that these particular people are doing. How can we be fighting to liberate ourselves and our people are fighting to keep us in bondage? Into there is a social media. What kind of thing is that? Is it not the same people who sold their people in slave trade, and they are trying to do the same thing again to sell us to Nigeria or to sell us to Britain or whoever war power that is controlling whatever that is happening in Biafra, in Nigeria or Biafra land? You want to keep us in bondage because you feel that the way we are doing it is not what. Okay, the roadmap that our leader have, is it not the same thing that Mazi Johnathan come and read on the 1st of January? That is the roadmap. Nigeria is not going to agree for a referendum. They are not going to agree for the structure. They are not going to agree for any other thing. We are taking our nation piece by piece. Piece by piece. I know piece by piece. I know our freedom on the first. I know from there. You open our zoo. I know what you mad people everywhere. Good night, my brother.
Yeah, well. It's really annoying also, honestly. You know, in this IPOB, you also see the character of our people. Just watch it. Watch what is happening on social media. When you watch it, you become disgusted. It's the same character. That's the thing. Instead of IPOB to succeed, and they give credit to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, let's hear everything down. Most of these people, they understand they are mischievous. They know what they are doing. You understand? They know what they are doing in their heart of hearts. Only few are gullible, that are ignorant, that are naive, that are following. So that is part of the story also. I have a caller on direct line. Please call on WhatsApp. Continue holding on. Call on direct line. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, go on.
Hello.
Welcome to the program.
Mazi. Hey,
go on. Mazi, go on. Call on direct line. Go on. The whole world is hearing you. Go on.
Last time,
okay.
Biafra.
No.
Go, Mazi. Because the motor can go one not to say, come happy. I cannot position for Mazi. I want to get you. Only one day when I will not the court. They don't come back out because when you got a boy, you be to run working on your answer.
Yeah, we'll go on. Ganihu.
If a man, Nabama, to start with, I'll make a let you connect and Nnamdi Kanu. Moses called. They are calling Nnamdi Kanu. They will find us Moses. Moses suffered on the bush whenever Algeria school means right. Egypt. Utako de Taga, one of Bruce. Never until the last day. You have to Romaka. Nnamdi Kanu Potara. Imaka to foolish Buhari, administration Buhari, and Ogerugo. Our freedom is around. We like it. Now, the communist took you on a code. Abia, you know, Ragani. Often Nagani Lumbobana. I will a partner in the Zemene. I will project for good 4 days. A care area for Uncle. I was Roger. And Roger, I was the last day Roger on your 5. Or for Biafra Malitogo. Or for the Kamalitogo. Or for me, the young breakfast of Faylo. Number or for a beacon. Or for an hour. I took it on a Friday. Man, we're talking about coming in the Kuta, religion. I'm going to religion. Nde ore ne apa awra ro sa sa me aru ti do guchi ne ko nde mo na wata na don't do bad ni ro da court se bula mat aru se ke bukra mat ka ke ja to amu ke ja ba ko no aru se ju kama do ko ku ike azu ja ju ko ka ja ba ko aru se ke ju ko shi ke ja ba ko no aru se wonye ju no shi what is it what agree ni chuku cho ya se cho nde ja jo mo bata ajo muajabara we je put all places when you get to can la tell church let me tell you one thing there's something mere no go that somebody jincha na pati madu loka odo to ya yo pada ke da on chona sansa o ko ya ko da wajo moje aju kan do banje do you know that no church na ro na when you ojo ro re cha we sacha we gama lu loka when you can in charge, son, I be true, Mamma. When you can pocket John on it, Jonathan, get on it, get out. You want to look at that woman on the Ruby on.
Mazi, you because here, even one time, her actor
church. Online, what the letter of Biafra, church aquaria is occult. If you want to enter society, you go to church. If you need sight, it's a sight to get money, to heal, to kill, to be hijacked. Go to church. This is one thing we know. There's no church now as now. So believe it. So all those things are very flammable. But Mosumbaka, as we said, what can you afford? What can you that wisdom? That is why I do so. Why you so no name refer of where they nothing. We follow them. So then I will go. So now I will put a Nebasa church until Biafra. On your trail, those going. Governor, president, what they are going today is society to go and take power from the church. India will offer, China will offer. This one is so closer to them. They will go at me. So now, because only him so we know for long. As Biafra is talking, they can't know they can't know about what you could tell them. You will bet Papa Msani is even a kindred. What will be today last time now? We never talk to fight, but I make record, I make something tangible. And then there's a moon. Oh, you could tell the so when is Yaya, Namoga official I wrote aside for tackle. I was able. Let's go here today. He briefly look at watch back to tell you more. My mom will come at you, but then be such a fool. This man tell us to win now, come now, ask any laugh. Oh, Bush maybe Jamal Rogers, I can't. Whenever, okay. This man, or who's a dim banana or papa, I'm not to the Nella. Not to Badam Dolo, or one more rotation from Kita, gonna ring. One woman from America, I do so much music. Oh, when I never take it, I will go to Tanya or students. Why you don't make the market? You don't on about. And we get on my view. And not only for rock, you will rock out. How are you, Diano? I'm not pronounced so. When I get the bubble of the Dimba, I don't know. My stop so far today. I didn't prepare, but I want number with it. But Mama, I will see call.
There were. I have a caller on WhatsApp. Welcome to the program. Thank you for holding on for 20 minutes. Caller on WhatsApp. Go on, please.
Mazi Johnathan. Good morning from Dubai. I remain Mazi Milimalugo. I'm a student of Radio Biafra, and by the power of Chukwuka Biama, I'm a member of IPOB, and I'm proud to be a member of IPOB. Mazi Johnathan, your message tonight is very wonderful. I don't know, sir. I don't know if you have been with Aristotle and the Socrates before. Have you been with these people? Those wisest man on earth. Because
you are funny.
You are wonderful, brother. You are wonderful. Your man come and see Toya. I am under in a haku. Obulonde autopilot. Our DOS are too busy to listen to the gossiping of the autopilot of a people, the Mkpuru Mmiri. Mazi Johnathan Chinedu, you know, one of our brothers called here and they said that I bundi Igbo, I the weekend I polo wanyasi. I polo wanyasi, I bundi Igbo, bundi fokalis liba enanya. Otago, I bundi Igbo flow wine nanya nkuku. Come on, all system of Nigeria, the HTLI no no don't kaino ni me Otago, because Mbalo Chalaya, all 20 pounds kenyele each and every one. Now you dey go in a bank. Since that time, ndị a wee chia anyị ilu n'ụzọ. Ihe niile ọbụla ebe ndụ anyị niile dị ihe ọbụla gbasara ego. Ịghọtago, ha chia anyị ilu n'ụzọ. Ịghọtago. So problem anyị bụ ndị Igbo nwere bụ envy and jealous. Ya bụ nsogbu dị n'ime anyị bie na-eripịa ndị be anyị. Envy and jealous. Mana ọ bụkwa ma ndị Igbo ha fụrụ onwe ha n'anya, Igbo fụrụ onwe ha n'anya nke ukwuu. They understand Igbo akpọrọ onwe fasi kama nsogbu dị n'ime anyị bụ envy and jealous. For example now, ihe mmala na mama mete mfo onye ọzọ ka ọ na-eme ya mbido gbawa ya mgba. Ịghọtago? Why na mmala na onye amara Chukwu oke abịa ama dị n'iche. Isi n'isi ire abụ n'ọnụ mana mmadụ ka ibie. Isi n'isi ire abụ n'ọnụ na mmadụ ka ibie. Ịghọtago? Ife onye ka gị wee na-emeta ọfụma soro onye dị ụta ọ dịka Chukwu abịa masị westa walida ka o deliver anyị kịta. Ụfọdụ ndị be anyị na-enwuli anyị ụfụ anyị eji abụ Nnamdi Kanu wanyị eji abụ Nnamdi Kanu wanyị n'ịma na ihe Nnamdi Kanu na-eme ị ga-emete onwe ya ọ ihe bụ problem anyị bụ ndị Igbo nwere and amala m na Chukwu oke abịa ma ga-enyekwala anyị aka anyị nwee understand adịghị ndị na-aga-adịcha ma ọ bụrụ na Biafra abịa about this religion of a thing. Ịghọtago Igbalo ishort imepela anyị anya taa nke ukwuu Mazi Johnathan Chinedu imepela anyị anya nke ukwuu today. Do you see now this Christianity ndị a mere more evil than Islam self. Ndị a mere more evil than Islam.
In historic facts. It's not something we make up, no. Onye doubt or ya ga-eme research. You will be shocked.
Mazi Johnathan nke bụ eziokwu a ga-ekwu eziokwu because all ihe jiwe like ndị ọcha anyị na-ekwu okwu maka fa ndị ọcha bụ ndị ukwu n'eziokwu ịghọtago ma na-eninu ma na-atọ ụtọ they must stand on the truth. It's true that na ndị ọcha ji advantage of evil anyị mere by iri our people in slavery in those days we take advantage of us. Ịghọtago mana ndị ọcha amafa na ikwu n'eziokwu n'ife onwe fa n'anya. Ịghọtago anyị nwa ji aka anyị wee meta ife na-eme anyị. Ịghọtago how can we accept foreign religion and throw away our ancestors? Una malo no ya ihe na-eme anyị ugbu a. Our land is against us. Our ancestors is against us. Anyị ga na-akpọ chi nke nna nna anyị Abraham, Isaac and Jacob. Why ni nwere ike ịkpọ chi nke nna nna gị mụrụ gị mụta onye mụtala gị? Ịghọtago ọ bụrụ gị nwa ka esi ọ na-eme ya ma ị nọ na meburu ancestor obi a ga-adị gị mma. Ihe na-eme anyị ugbu a nsogbu a niile anyị nọ tata anụnwa. Nsogbu anyị nọ today ndị ire anyị take advantage of us bụ ndị Fulani a na-eme anyị ife ndị a niile ha na-eme anyị ewu na gịnị mere na anyị kpọrọ our ancestors asị wee may adopt foreign religion mana atel Chukwu oke abịa ma today na our people anya ndị be anyị na-emepe anya ndị be anyị na-emepe n'ike anyị na-alaghachi azụ n'ọnọdụ anyị. Ịghọtago anyị na-alaghachi azụ n'ọnọdụ anyị ndị be anyị nwayọọ anya ndị be anyị emepesie. Ịghọtago nwayọọ anya ndị be anyị emepesie because this white man religion is a fallacy. It's a joke. It's a scam. In short, ihe rubbish ka onweli ihe ọbụla ọpụtala bụ ofufe. Ịghọtago they are stupid Jesus and they are stupid so-called God.
Please mind your language, please.
I'm telling
you.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi Johnathan Chinedu. Thank you, my brother.
I will not accept the insults. This is no matter how your opinion, you should be respectful to the belief of people. It doesn't matter. We should not take advantage or, in doing what we are doing with impunity. Please, I will not allow that language. Please. I am inching closer towards the end of this program. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Caller on WhatsApp, please. Caller on WhatsApp, please off your radio. Caller, my goodness, you are not ready to talk, please. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, Mazi.
Welcome to the program. Go on.
I still remain Elekima Igbaneboye from the coastal Calabar speaking area of Biafra land.
Welcome to the program.
It's taking ages. Thank you. I'm so very happy and delighted. For the past 1 or 2 months or so, I've been trying to call in your program.
My goodness,
because
every
day we are destructively addicted to this station here in Uganda. It's been a wonderful time. Yesterday, in fact, for the past days now, you've been talking about the issue of how religion, spirituality, and the rest of them. Today's topic, how we were programmed into demonizing our own culture and tradition, our way of life. Mazi, it's terrible. Even here in the coastal area, we can still go back and take a retrospective introspection of the advent of Christianity and its coming into Nigeria right in the 15th century, right? Just like you have rightly explained. In fact, I don't need to go back there again. You have done an amazing job, sir. Mazi, you have done an amazing job about, and everything you have outlined is true. Amazing research. But my own joy and my happiness is this, that we have a savior. We have a platform for cleansing, for renewal, for rejuvenation, for, if you call it, you can call it brainwashing, or you call it renaissance or reorientation. This platform that we call IPOB Community Radio, Radio Biafra, courtesy of our Onyendu, our leader, our prophet, the savior of our time, the Moses of our time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All hope is not lost, sir. The only regret I am having here in the coastal region of Biafra land, and also about concerning the entire people, our people here in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom we call Nigeria, is simple that large majority of us are not exposed to this platform. And that has now built a very strong burden in my heart to be part of this struggle in contributing and ensuring that every nook and cranny, beginning from my coastal area in the Calabar speaking area to all the Ijaw lands, they will hear this wonderful information, cleansing, sanctifying, renewing, and brainwashing. If you brainwash me to get our freedom from this wicked caliphate, brainwash me. My mentor said so. A man that taught me how to make money said, if you brainwash me to make millions of naira, brainwash me. This time around, if I will be brainwashed for me to get salvation and freedom, not only for myself but for our posterity and the future, let us be brainwashed. We like it. And any person that wouldn't want to be brainwashed and be cleansed to get this glorious gospel that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is preaching, alongside with able lieutenants like you people. From the morning session, in my house, this station rings as Mwachineke begins the day from Tarinimi to the Ike Peters, Honor and the rest of everybody up to your time, 247. Whether there is radio, no radio, our house are there to show you how addicted we are, sir. Mazi, do you know that the mistake our people made? Maybe most of people are castigating and talking about blaming game and naming people. Who handed over our Onyendu to the caliphate and the rest of them, blah blah blah. It fell into the hand of the DSS. Sir, this is not. It is all done by God of Chiko Gabiama, so that it will now bring more empathy and sympathizers. Can I shock you, sir? Over this period, more coastal people beyond your wildest imagination are shocked. Yes, they may not be calling in, but more people in a coastal region. Our use incarceration and unlawful rendition into Nigeria has brought about more awareness. So we are having, our father has given birth to more soldiers. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out and be happy to see what has happened. For the longer they keep him there, the more coastal people are joining, more eyes are opening, and the more they are tightening the economy and making things more difficult for us, the more aware we are becoming. Yes, we may not be calling in as much as our interland brothers in the Igbo speaking area of Biafra are calling, but sir, we are plenty. That is why I always tell people that they will be shocked what they will get. 1968, 65, 67, 1970 is not the same as 2022. This time around, they will be shocked. Permit me, Mazi, please, to just use like 2 minutes to talk to my coastal brothers and sisters, and then I will wrap up.
If you didn't ask me, I would love you to. I would have asked you to do so. Go on, please.
Thank you, Mazi. Sisi Opuama Kalabari, me omnimbre eleki ma igbanibo. Ere pro abuni mabo. Obuamao, Abiseo, Angulamao, Ililama, Otukama, Ere bro Aduamao, Amasamao, Bukuma, Krakama, Bakana, Ere bro. In case say Captain Kiri or Cotton Channel, the Alafriamao, Elem Tombia, Elem Kalabari, I know my Basambia, but here Kalabari fear Bobe. The man, one Nabo, Nnamdi Kanu, Ke, one Toluma, the Toro Finji, one Toro Finji, Fulani, Ke. Don't take one babasi what they be me kareme mina pusi sarama tekalama onwa be go finjite ye wa na amnapo be napo mena join it bra bolumate mi o me so pele e kala ba bo si idugo digio me pakari me wada la te biari to mi digo wa mneso abrimbo na imi bia wa mi wa mbroto moko ibrimbo na imi bia me to na imi ba Fulani bo ani na imi ware wom na dapu na wana njapu na ibi napo ke yemi abadi kuma peki wan make yemi abadi kuma wa buluma wani berie ina njapu bite my wayen wom na njapu bite my wayen wa gbe tamu no tekai ini dos opa gbe bobra so wama napo omu sake pakaye te amama mete omu kalabara puna Kaba ijona puna bimbo sima igogo omna burso te wa bra bolumate wa mna na bo sote mi omu meso pele alagbade go mu boro wa ke wa kwe pakamawa at least wa kwe pakamawa wa bi na pe na ore wa mna mi na gbo alaja sari imbraces I take lama e pokona rebe iye na Nnamdi Kanu na o saro wo fori o na bere pele mina me inanimi one man de glan ure so iko pikin na bori tabno teka inanimi ure in yeke bebro ma peki tumbo fa yeke bebro ma one do bula ure yes mi ure already science me sure remember everywhere ateke tomo pompolo wo mni gbaro na se sisi o sakite wa bra gulumate wo na me mo sote me o mo sopele afori wo mni gba e wan ba sin famba gboro Alaja sari iyarin gari ine fule no sobia. Topolo iyarin gari ine fule no sobia. Ateke tom iyarin gari ine fule no sobia. Moko piki gan materi is that one namne so one na minapo. Mbe inke hopeless just say governor. Coastal area bu bote one na minapo become up to na employ to one na minapo bad. Yes na usa. Ya odo lo silama omo lo sim. Mina be o you take care. One am not buy. In you know you take care. One am not be ba fante be. E piki one na takiba. Oni mia. E ka say takia. E pele. You don't want to pay. Eke Nigeria mes katabradigi. Kono mo fori. Me de fifro mo fori. Wa ina ma mukuma. Ina mukuma injodie. Iye fear. Imbe bele. In Nigeria me sima fante. Many ba say one Nigeria. Ya di ko ma premi na po. E one Nigeria me ni be na iba na so ya o me bo bi ya me ba. E one Nigeria me ni be na iba na so mbuto bo ita monote aka ina ita muta basi. Ingi basi. Wamna inji mwa digia wamna toroko ki wabare toroko wabatori na inji so wani inji go fifante esanuo opro gozo mofori beto ngere mo kwanga ane fulani ke moko wani ngeri e wamna bele ma hawo ya dige pre impre yeri me ga smete bai ibiri mo na ye mebia yo na me mebia fulani na toroko yeri birimbo e kala bar bi fiero i jobi fiero yo ka fiero inembe fiero i kwere fiero ogoni fiero e fiero gogo as long as yeri fulani ba gogo ina bo wan ba berie inke birimbo bo ye inke piki yiwari ana metaro na sen usbenga sibanga osake kala baro osake te wabara guluma temo wamna map me na subote Biafra me yana Biafra me bote de wani ne bigi like te go okay ye ejo amnagamu Biafra amnagamu but moko treme you wabara guluma because one ngba bara guluma ha de why ne mi obo so pele bia full na one ba fa ba because Britain pike no book me ya go na pray me na podiki Nigeria this is 2022 it will not be better it will be because there is no any plan or program building to make it better for you. Instead, it's going to be worse for all of us. That is why we must join our brothers in the hinterland and let us make sure that our leader, our prophet, our father, the man that God has ordained and appointed in our time, our Moses, our Elisha, our Jesus, now our Savior, is released. I know by the special grace of Chiko Gabiama, by the sheer of Tamara, Tamono, Nano way, Erebo, Opokaboba, and I met around Nasien, Post Megas was Sake. You are Black Bulumate, one man, Menda, who so tell me also Peletan Winnie. So that last, and the Kunuma, Bobasime, Wamna, the Metamro be preba. Wamna woman Piki Bebeleba. Yeah, in the Nangina, in a Saki, in you may some. And then met in Piki, Bama ye, Ida, or a re emi, ere emi, Nabo emi. One you may sote, Biafra, Kebo. Biafra, Biafra Fieri, oh, Amame Yanapo, Crab Wamame Napo, and then Biafra Fieri. Biafra Binefra, one name brave by a sabo, Nepicamic and Signe, Opigo. So, all Saki, Minapo, Ehari Mayasao. Eyari Nika said Ogonio, Elemeu, Equere, Boni, or Popo. One about Nar, or Sakete, Wabraswa in Blepre. One now politicians now. One now Agbamia, pocket pastors that Jews Nasarapo. They are all failures. In never one Prebia. Already they are compromised because in the government Nanemoki is here. And then Metawabraswa and Preba. And the Kuruma Dugari is that. 60. Don't just stay and think Nigeria is still the way it was 30-40 years ago. You are second one more defending. Graduate, a science CM, you are a science student. You know how to mix chemicals. This is the time now to defend yourself. Science student to men they can say biochemistry, chemical biology, and rest of them. Since you're not taking oh ye boloma chroma because we make boto I want bolate. Me did you know one I am so. One man am napo a dose state bio and a master na duga pakama. Moki di kuma one go one body mafante. A body ma full of them be ure. A balama full of them be ure. Arrest town full of them be ure. Epiki o make kalama bokuma. O make kalama. Angala bi so fulani bi we o prama bu fulani bi we ino men go for no fan go for it so minapo ikorore is in one am not me mete mbari ne na da be imensa go no wuso one nas bromaye is simple ESN tamno ibukma wisdom itela tor one or tor finjina bi kan tor finjite mina make you power be volunteer te pakabote them no wam na ma That is why we can even celebrate 2021, 2022 Xmas. If not for our gallant men, by wisdom that were brought in by our father, our Nyundu. 2021, Abonima would have gone, Abolima would have gone, Kakama would have gone. Right now, we don't understand. I don't think Mitra would have been alive in the Gotcha talking. So, Minabosake, the handwriting is on the wall already. There is no point arguing anymore. There is no point of argument. I cannot have anything to do with an Igbo man. Who told you? All those lies by Takia from Fulani that were told us. Please, let us make up our mind to listen to the truth. Make your research and listen to Radio Biafra. Often you hear the truth and you get the truth. I am a son of the soil of a job. A full-fledged Calabari man in the Biafra land. I have made my research. I've seen it all by the grace of God. I've been following Nnamdi Kanu since 2015. Every day addicted to this radio station. All just to make sure his consistency and the kind of people around him. Oh, it's amazing. He's really and truly a savior. When I hear this song, they sing, holy, 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 holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. He is indeed another savior. And that is why Chico Gadiama, Tamara, Tamuno, no way you will keep this man for us and bring him back with our flag flying in his hand.
There were.
To come all, Mazi. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
There were.
I want to appreciate our ESN. I want to celebrate our ESN. I was not opportune during that period to appreciate them. From the depth of my heart goes to these gallant men and women. My heart goes to them. Thank you, ESN. Thank you for your sacrifice. To Gadiama, the gods of our land, from the coastal region up to the hinterland, will keep you, sustain you, retain you, guide you, protect all of you. Your suffering will not be in vain. Sacrifice will not be in vain. I want to also tapate all our gallant men, the media warriors. I want to call first and foremost, before I round up, I want to call every media warrior. Whether you are a Biafra or not, even from Duduwa, even from Dariwa, people amongst you, or from Middle Belt, wherever you are, it's obvious that these people are not sparing anybody. That is why it is high time for us now. Instead of fighting yourselves, or instead of you to be taking small money, and then you are supporting evil that will still come to you. Look at what Mirafia said before he died. A good man. Just because our sister revealed the death of Yaradua, they killed her, Dora Kiuli. We know all of these things, but it was just swept under the carpet as if nothing happened. Let us rise up, all of us. Just like the way we organized the NSAS protest and nobody knew until it took them by surprise. This is the right time to do it again, media warriors. Where are the Finos? Where are the Davidos? Where are the P Square? Where are the Two-Face Dibias? Where are the Macroni? This is the time to arise. Sunday Igboho have been chased away from this place. Our father has been castrated by other rendition. A criminal international offense they have committed. Because these men are lawless and people who don't fear Chukabiama. They don't have God in their system. So I want to call all of you. Let us do what we did in attacking the NSAS process. NSAS protest is nothing compared to this, our bigger vision of achieving freedom. So let us rise again and start the process as soon as possible.
Thank you.
And when that is done, I tell you the truth, we are plentier than them. Our young normally say we are about 1,100 men to one of them. And that is how it's going to be.
Thank you.
All hail Biafra.
Mazi, before you go, I want to ask you something, yes,
Mazi.
I don't know, you have your radio at the background, please, off it. You are an Ejo Biafran. Do you have
yes,
I think
there
are Ejo that they are born and raised up in Ejo, but they hardly speak fluent Ejo. Can you confirm that? Why? Not that they were born in Lagos or they were raised up in Lagos. Why is that? To your own
most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the challenge is some of them were born in the cities. In the villages or in the coastal areas, and somehow because of the struggles of life came to Iguacha. Some also left Iguacha and went to Lagos, and rest of them. And while some of them, their parents didn't even teach them our native languages. I don't know why. It is common even in my family. Even our family. It is terrible. It's a bad thing.
Do you know, some people used to take glory, use it to do as if it's a very good thing. Not knowing that
it's a good thing. Yeah, they take pride in it. They take pride in it. Like, for example, now,
and that is foolishness.
For example, now I have seen and observed the scenario where somebody works maybe in a family reunion meeting. Somebody they come and then the mother will say, or the father will say, sorry, she's not that she does not speak Calabari. She only hears a little. Madness, and that pains me to my bone. I have told my wife, in my house, my children speaks 100% Calabari.
That's it.
100% Calabari.
That's how it's supposed to
and be. Then in the school, they can speak English. No wahala. When they come, if you hear English in your mouth, like, you are in trouble. Just like we are not eating cow meat anymore. Just like cow meat is a taboo in my house, you know. Not even Pomo. Don't even mention it.
That's it. That's it.
It is a taboo in my house. It is because by virtue of what we have known from Radio Biafra, of the terrible things these idiots have been doing to us, that has made us have empathy towards them. Sis, Mazi, this thing is true. Do you know that when you hear that Fulani attacked some certain community and village and killed so amount of people take it for granted, just for no due reason. You know, and they say it is them now. No wahala, and they passes away like that. So I have come to believe that this is their cow that they are enchanting and invoking and are burying for their whatever. They now send it over to us and everything and make love, have sexual intercourse and do their ritual, is having an integral part of dampening our thinking and making people have empathy for them instead of rebuffing this wickedness that they are doing. Now that gradually we are beginning to wake up, everybody, we will not die. Our traditional meats, our bush meats are even much palatable, much nutritious than even this kilishi they're giving us. God forbid that will continue in our generation and in our time. Our children will grow up to hate, because I am going to so much indoctrinate and lecture my children history and the wickedness of this caliphate from the beginning to the end. Radio Biafra will be played over and over. And the little I can, I have record of most of the teachings and all the things going on Radio Biafra morning, afternoon, and evening. That I'm going to be reiterating and be playing. The time we can read the book, I thank God for our Hindu. He said he's going to write a book, and that book is going to be our testament. People read about what's happening here. We can't wait for Biafra to come.
There, well, thank you very much. Thank you.
This issue of indoctrination and has made us demonize our own culture and tradition and way of life by the advent of the so-called the Christian movement and rest of them. Religion that was given to us by the white man has made us to even see our own way of life as not good. When I was growing up, sir, every December you see our prestigious masquerades being in display. I was shocked. Recently, I went to the village and I discovered that these masquerades are not even. Everybody just wearing jeans and t-shirts and strolling. Nobody. I said, God, what is happening? And these are things that we enjoyed in when we were younger, and that gave us strength, energy, and we connect with nature. Now they are no more. It is terrible. But when Biafra is restored, all of this is to come back in the name of Joka Yama.
Thank you very much.
All hail Biafra, all hail Biafra Mazi. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I'm so delighted this evening to have been able to get through to my brothers. I celebrate you. God bless Biafra. God bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, our savior. We celebrate you, sir. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
May Chukwuka bless you, Mazi.
And you
bless
too.
You, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and with this articulated submission, we come to the end of this program. I will not pick any other call, please. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, we have spoken about how we were programmed into demonizing our own culture and tradition. A people is known with their culture and tradition. Even what you eat is part of your culture. What your food is part of your culture. when we were programmed into not only living our culture, but demonizing it, it is horrible. It's just like we are fighting with our shadows. We are fighting against ourselves. They program us into even destroying our environments. They will see a big tree that have been staying in our land for even hundreds of years, if not thousands. All of a sudden they say, is there demons to live? Oh yeah, cut it down. This is one of the demonizing of our own culture. All these things are also what helps us in connecting to nature, in connecting to our environment. It is a pity how we take all this things. You know, sometimes I used to think about this. They will tell you that, why we have freedom of worship. Yes. But it's those people that are clamoring for freedom of worship. From church, they will say, no, why are you worshiping shrine? Come and hew everything down by force. And you start wondering, you say, okay, imagine, I want people to think about this. Imagine people now come and hew down your church. How will you feel? How will you feel? I'm not supporting people that are using something or the other, any type of religion or tradition to do bad. No. But when you don't give people the fairness they deserve, that is overzealousness. Sometimes I wonder, in Yoruba land, in Oduduwa, how many trees have been cut? They are the champions of mega pastors and mega churches. How many trees have been cut because of demon in their land? You find out that it's none. You know, sometimes, this individualism in our lives, it breeds selfishness. And that selfishness makes people act the way they want. That is what some people want to bring in this IPOB. After all, I'm a freedom fighter like you. How can I be under you? Without a structure, you cannot do nothing. We are talking about Biafra today because of, first of all, Radio Biafra is an institution instituted by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that gave everybody voice. And he put a structure. Now, if you think you can do, where were you since before our leader came? If you think that the way they are doing it now is not, now you better chicken out like others. These are the problems that we are having. Individualism. Trying to hew ourselves down. Because of that, you are little jealousy. That is it. And that is why our enemies are taking advantage of us. But as we have known all these secrets, we are exposing them here. But make no mistake about it. We don't condemn or outlaw any religion. All we want, all we ask for, is for us to use everything at our disposal, including religion, in order to fight for our freedom. And I am happy that at least some people that are conspicuous are doing it. Some clergymen like Wadambaka and even Ebube Monso, which I played his clip before. We congratulate, we encourage them. If the whole clergymen are using their platform in order to promote what we are doing, in order to promote the evil caliphate we are fighting against, who is Nigerian government to do anything? Are they going to look at, okay, they invited Fadambaka. Okay, they will invite a Bubemonso. Okay, another person. The whole clergy, more than 50% of the clergy, if they start talking, pastors and clergy, are they going to arrest all of them? Okay, who are they? They have the people to condemn to it. But when only one person or just very few are talking, others keep quiet, doing nothing, that is where our enemies have power, or we have power. Therefore, we don't condemn anything. All we are discussing are facts. Historical facts. You cannot change history. Now we should use anything at our disposal, including religion, in order to get to our destination. Let us be preaching this gospel of liberation everywhere, including the altars. That altars, instead of you giving it to politicians, using it to campaign for politicians, instead of you using it to deceive people into fake miracle, using it to ask for only seed and this and that, why not make restitution by using it now to tell the people the truth about our situation in Nigeria, about our marginalization, about our liberation? Do you understand? You will be in the good book of history. That is the only thing. I thank each and every one of you for listening. Biafra is our identity, our ideology, and our religion. Therefore, we continue hammering and praying for our leader. I am not shaking, honestly speaking, personally. I know that this is part of the process, and he will be out in another way. That's it. That's what I believe, and it will happen. Because I didn't send him. Chukwuoke sent him, so he knows everything. Therefore, stop listening to gossips. Stop listening to mischief makers. Stop listening to people that are, there in order to try to deceive, because they are not doing you any good. This is Radio Biafra, where we listened and came up and joined this struggle in order to contribute our own quota. Onyebuwe achere onyebuwe, ekere ọnụ eke. Whatever the position you are in, use it for the contribution or to contribute your effort in this liberation project. Thank you. And from me, from here, it is simply good evening.
function of the the United Nations to be workable, to see that it works like they handle cases in Europe as well as Africa. Then that's number one question. Then second question is what can we do to draw the AU, United African Union, to be workable, be a decision maker in the affairs of African countries to determine our self-determination or whatever cases might be following in Africa, as this guy complained about Libya. And let me put it that.
Are you still there? Can you hear me? Maz, can you hear me? Are you still there? All right, I'm not sure. Mazi, are you still there?
Am I not coming out?
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Go ahead. I can hear you now. All right. I think he's having a problem with the Skype connection. Can you hear me, Mazi? Your line is bad now. Your line is bad.